Yeah, that figures. Haha, hello. Okay, so this is all being streamed from the laptop, and I was trying to do the server proxy, and that apparently was just not going to work for some reason, which is weird since that computer has the reliable internet connection, but okay. Yeah, we're just going to skip the intro since we kind of ran through that a bit there already. Yeah. So today, first off, this is a really complicated setup because everything is on the one screen right here. So forgive me if I missed something, but I did see Taters Games. Thank you for the subscription and for the third month in a row. So, alrighty. You have video and audio at least? Okay, good. I wasn't 100% sure about the audio because for the first time it's actually being sent from the camera, the Blackmagic there, because all of the things are going through the laptop and it's a pain. The microphone in my laptop doesn't actually work in Linux for some reason. I have no idea why, so I can't plug it directly in. Wesley, thank you for the Prime sub and for the 4th month in a row. Man, it's almost hard to believe it's been 4 months now. But yeah, hello Valiant Steed, and hello to everyone who's here. Yeah, this one's going to be a little tricky. I've got a bunch of stuff to cover. But first off, this is, oh man. Wow. This is a Blackmagic. Let's see if I can actually do this. Yes, and then that Blackmagic quad HDMI deck link capture card. And I do have the note for it: for better streams in the future, from Helen. Thank you so much. That is going to be monumentally helpul. Just wow, thank you so much for all the reasons here that the stream is not doing great, because so much time spent on this this morning just trying to get the USB capture cards working. They're a nightmare. Like even the things that should have worked easily, like trying to get this camera working over USB-C and then have it connect that way, did not work at all. And I just, so it's really frustrating. So this is just going to solve every single one of those problems completely. Just done. Other than the GoPros kind of being little turds. But that's what the new camera thing is for, and we're going to fix that. See, that card won't fit in a laptop? No, it won't. But it will fit. Let me finish unplugging all the connectors here. Man, one moment. Working on this. I actually screwed in my DVI cables like an idiot. Oh, it will fit in this. Ugh. That's the HP Z820 that I use for streaming for now, because once we get cooling hardware, again, I will be able to switch over to the Threadripper 1080 Ti setup, but this is all water-cooled hardware, so I'm still waiting to get parts for that. And I'm not able to buy parts for that until I buy the camera first, and I can't buy the camera until I get paid for the Twitch stuff, so it's just backlogged, but we will get to that. So, yes, Helicroft, I like it so much. It is going to be monumentally helpful. I really appreciate it. Thank you. And the Lady Ironborn, thank you for the 1,500 bits. Yeah, on that note, I don't know if they're here right now, but Xbox TV last stream, when I was really excited about the disk drives actually working and being able to image disks, donated 10,000 bits, and my brain couldn't process that at that time, and I really appreciate that if you're here. Yeah, that was a lot too. But yes, Helen, thank you so much. This is going to be incredible. So we're gonna get right into that. That's the focus on today's stream. Commander Keen, thank you for the 250 bits. But I also wanted to quickly show, boom, David, I don't have SL on the laptop. It's just not going to happen, sorry. I got this. This is the, let's try and do this here, the 44-pin cable for the PC104 system, so I could actually unplug the DOM. Oh man, maybe I can. It's really tough. Spies of Mud, thank you for the 100 bits. Yeah, 44-pin mini IDE. Yeah, it's just, it is a mini IDE cable. It's kind of really weird. This was on the Amazon wish list, and I mentioned that someone got it for me, and then it never showed up. Turned out it came directly from China. So that's why it took so long to get here. But now I can plug this into here. Come on, that. Perfect. Okay, so that gives me IDE like that, and then I can grab, where is it? One of these, an SD card adapter, and I can actually plug this in. Does this have pin 1 marked? Yeah, right there. So I can put that in right there, like that, and I can have 2 of them, so we can have 2 drives on the PC104 and interchangeable media. So that'll be really awesome as we move along more with that project. Let's see. Always check. It says on the Amazon product page, it is shipped by Amazon. Yeah, I did. Well, there was only one option for that thing on Amazon, so I didn't really have a choice. Yeah. Let's see. Alex Whitney, thank you for the Prime sub and for 3 months in a row. Wow. Let's see. Does anyone else hear noise in the audio? It is fairly likely because it's going through the Blackmagic and I'm not able to do as much processing as I have in the past. So, yeah. But all right, let's go ahead and open these. The thing, this, ooh man, a Decklink Quad HDMI. We can seal ourselves on the laptop. Yeah, it's all right. Yeah, because I have to be able to see it, and that's the only thing that's running right now. Like the monitors over here, you're crying, oh, there's no HDMI cable, help. So yeah, these are the laptop display is the only monitor I have. I did not have time to hook it up. I really wanted to go to the post office this morning and pick up some other mail that I know is there, but I just did not have time. And if I had done that, I would have probably be late right now. So, Taterscapes, thank you for the 150 bits. So, yes, we're going to open this. I don't know if this is actually important. This is kind of weird, this sticker thing. I'll see if I can save that. I think that's for the Amazon seller. Let's see. How does this compare to that PSU that Shelby is using? Would this offer any benefit for his cap reforming? I can check real quick like. Let's see. HP 6655. Ooh, man, that sounds like a big boy. 120 volts, 4 amps. Holy moly, that's a big power supply. Good grief. The higher voltage would definitely help with the caps. There we go. That are bigger, that are higher voltage themselves. There are some of those in this. The higher amperage would actually be more useful for load testing. So it would be beneficial, but that is a lot of money. Okay, so that sticker, it was something, I think it might be for the Amazon seller. It says, save this label for tech support. I'm guessing that that's the Amazon seller, not, whoops, bottle fell over, not Blackmagic, but I'll keep it just in case. See, I had to fix a 1400 watt power supply. Whoa. So, 16, your coffee, sir, adjusted to inflation. Watonomec, thank you. Alrighty. Wow, this is a big thing here. A lot of capture card. Let's get this open. Just the power cord was damaged. That's hilarious. Oh man, this thing is like, this is such a big deal card. I feel like wearing an ESD strap to take it out here. Let's do that. Oh boy. So the thing about this is, I believe that this card is actually better than the other 4K Blackmagic card I have in this system. Cotton gloves, yeah, really. Because I have, where is it? I think it's this one, actually. No, that's a 1080p Intensity Pro. This one is an Intensity Pro 4K. This is supposedly a 4K capture card, but in my experience, it doesn't really capture 4K. It's only up to 4K 30. This is 4K 60p. This can do 4K 60. So, like when I'm trying to plug my laptop into stuff and then it only does 4K 30 capture, that should be solved. It'll be able to do it correctly. So, oh man. Is there anything in there? No. All right. That's a shame. Half of their stuff that's really expensive when you buy it, it comes with like a DaVinci Resolve license, so that would have been cool. But yeah, the camera will. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's weird. The PCB is really dark. It's like they get progressively darker the higher resolution and better it goes. It's like a light one, a medium one, and a dark one. That's weird. Is that a SCSI card? It is indeed a SCSI card. It's an Adaptec, what is it? An AVA 2906. It's just a normal PCI SCSI card because, yeah, the Z820 has PCI. This thing is from 2012, and it was trying to, like, bridge two eras. So, yeah, it's a little weird. I was using that to test some CD hardware with Linux to see what the ripping capabilities are. Let's see. But yeah, that is a big boy. Ooh, yeah. Alrighty. I could have attached it. Yeah, it would have been incredibly inconvenient to do so. So that's good. Cool. They actually have like JTAG on the cards, all of them. But then they have USB for firmware programming, except for this one where they have this weird card edge. Yeah, that's funny. Mini. So it's mini USB. All right. Well, I think we should just pop it in there. So one of the things about this card here, so that the Decklink has, or the Intensity has, that is an output, that is an input, because you're able to monitor video signals on that. This is just pure capture, which is just, it's going to be awesome. All right, let's no more talking. Let's pop it in there because I'm really excited about this. So there aren't any PCIe 1X slots in this computer. It's all like boom, huge slots. Let's go ahead and light that up there. So let's put the, there is a proper slot installation order, but I don't remember what it is, and it's not like well labeled. So I'm gonna put this on this slot right here. That's the big deal capture card there. So we'll do that. Come on. Please go in correctly. For some reason, the card edge is getting pushed down more than it should. Okay, why are you doing this to me? What about that one? That one is getting pushed up too much. Oh, that'll work. We'll go with there. That's fine. Oh, it kind of did weird things to the grounding stuff. Oh, those are kind of messed up. It has these like little ground things. They're flexible. They reach out to the bracket, and those are kind of getting bent up. Okay. Hold on here. Nice SATA cable management. Some of it is me, some of it is the case, but I've actually tried pretty hard. This actually used to be cable loomed, but then I had to modify stuff, so I had to take it out. But I have put a lot of time into this system, actually. System has an onboard SAS. Yeah, all of these ports at the bottom are SAS. Let's see, I think I may have found combination kit assembler editor for the Kim 1. Ooh, sweet. Commander Keen, thank you for the 100 bits. PC vacuum cleaning fund. What are you talking about? This computer's gorgeous inside. It's perfect in every way. All right, there we go. Now that's in the slot I wanted. Perfect. Go with that. Okay. And then I will put the two 4K cards together. That'll help make it slightly more obvious. Bingo. And then the non-4K card can go up there. Excellent. Okay, that's it. There is supposed to be some kind of way that this retains. I think it's this green plastic thing here, but it doesn't work. So I made this wood block with a piece of tape and duct tape around it, and I just kind of wedge that in there. Holds it all perfectly. So, Zamir, does it sound low volume? It might be a little low. I would have to walk over to the camera to bump it up, but I can do that. I can go check that. Assassin Scuzzy, only serial using normal SATA plugs. Can also do normal SATA drives. Yeah. Let me look at this. It's really hard to tell on my Tascam where this is connected because it has like a range where you're supposed to have the audio level, but then if I turn it up, so it was at 20, I'm going to bump it up to 24. So let's go with that. On my camera, I can see that it's peaking into the red area a lot of the time. Well, now it's peaking a little bit less, so that was slightly louder. Okay, I'm going to go with that. Let's go with that. See what that looks like on the laptop. That looks like it's probably okay. See, no slot cover for the open slot. I do not. Wow, I only have one open slot. That's a lot of I/O. Well, if there's only one, I'll go get a slot cover. Why not? Might as well. Shouldn't be too hard here. I found one immediately. Could also do something like put a serial connector on a cable there because it has like a bunch of that I'm not even using. So, so clean. Yeah. Oh gosh, that won't work. There's like some little lip there, and the slot cover won't work because it doesn't have a cutout that matches there. All right, you know what? No, we're not gonna bother with the slot cover. It'll be fine. I don't know how the dust gets in there. Just complete mystery. Okay. That is that. So we can put the side panel back on, which this is one of the nice things about this system. You just grab it into the bottom. That's it. So now I gotta pick up this heavy beast and drop it down there. Oh man, it's a big heavy computer. Ugh. Alrighty. Get a bunch of cables plugged back in here. I don't remember which monitors were which. Just hope it all sorts itself out. I don't know. Can I reach the camera on the arm back here? Let's see. I don't think I can. Sort of. You can almost tell that there's stuff down there at least. See, that's not dust crumbs from all the website cookies. Yeah. All right. Do you mean the computer seasoning? Yeah, it's a really nice computer Spice Mud. Yeah, it's a very highly configurable and well-designed system. I might not be the easiest to hear at the moment because I think I'm leaning on top of my microphone. I don't know what that's gonna do. See, I'm not gonna plug any of the capture cards back in. What is this? That is a webcam. I will plug that back in. This is audio from the mixer that goes to line in. This is, I don't know what that is. That's not connected to anything. That should be pulled out, so I'm not confused. Okay, so that's that. I'm gonna plug in power. That one's kind of important too. Boom. All right, so I'm gonna turn it on. Actually, you're easier to hear. Okay, so that's gonna fire up. So these will turn on, well, if I turn that on, because for some reason that one doesn't auto on. And there is nothing I can do about the camera arm being in the way because the monitors are directly behind the arm. It's just like that. Let's see. Intel T540 SAT. That's one of the 10 gig cards. I don't think I have a reason to do 10 gig in here. So, yeah, okay. I do actually have some of those. I have had that in there at one point, but I don't have it right now because I don't have an accompanying system for it to go to in the office. So it would just be itself. Yeah, I have a T2. It's a dual port. Anonymous Cheer, thank you for the 100 bits. And the Lady Ironborn, thank you for the 5,000 bits. Whoa. Okay, here's a fun thing that this system does. This is one of those things. This is one of the things I'm really looking forward to not having to deal with on the Threadripper. There's something wrong with the way that the SATA thing is implemented on here, the SATA controller, and it doesn't detect drives sometimes. So it says non-system disk or disk error, no bootable drive or device found. And there's an SSD in there. So what I will end up doing here is I'll just do Control-Alt-Delete on the keyboard. If the keyboard is recognized, there we go. And then I'll just keep rebooting it every time. So this is like one of my rituals I have to do when I come in to start streaming is I just reboot the computer multiple times until it finally finds the boot SSD. So, let's see. Connect both ports with long cables. You claim a working 10 gigabit network. Helen, I actually do that at home. I use two 540 T2s in my server and my editing PC, so I have a 10 gigabit connection between the two, and I use that for importing footage because my desktop has one of the SATA dock things that I really like, and that lets me just drop by there, plug in the SSD, and then start transferring and importing files. So I do actually do that. See, percussive maintenance helps. I don't know. It's an SSD, Wesley. I mean, I don't know. I just have to sit here and do this. It takes multiple times, and eventually it'll connect. I've replaced the cables. It doesn't help. So, yeah. 3x more monitors. You have beginner matrix console. I'm happy with this. The intention was to have test equipment right there, but the cables end up not being super long, and they don't reach well into the work area that I actually use. So I'm not sure what the test equipment setup is going to be in the long run. So, let's see, what about those 61 core coprocessors? What? Oh, is that the ones that Foon wants really bad? That's just like a bunch of Pentiums that's on one card. Let's see, I also have a X540 in my workstation and onboard 10 gigabit in my home build NAS. Yeah, that's very similar to what I have going on. So, man, it really wants me to have to keep doing Control-Delete here. Eventually it'll get it. So, see, termination issue with the SAS, it's connected to the normal SATA controller, not the SAS. All the other things work perfectly fine in here every time without fail. The optical drive, the hard drives, it's just that one thing. And I don't think it's something wrong with the SSD because I've used it in other systems and I haven't had issues. It's just, there we go, it boots. There's grub. All right, here we are. It's going now. Can you disable the SAS boot ROM? I may have. I think I have it set to just normal SATA mode already. So, yeah. Let's see. I had one of these HPs at work. It had boot issues also, but it would just be scary black screen. Eventually, it always worked. Yeah, that's the thing. It will always work eventually. And I swear it's almost like it has to warm up because I'll walk away and then reboot, and then it'll turn on. So it's strange. All right, putting the bag for the quad card in here. All right. The computer may have a mild identity crisis because it's starting up without the recording SSD, but I can't actually put that in there. Oh man, I just had a cool idea. So I was trying to think, like, this is the reason that I tried to stream through the server at first is because I wanted to be able to hand off from the laptop to the desktop, and I figured going through the server would make it so that I could keep the video live. But I just realized if I turn off Wi-Fi on the laptop, have it go through Ethernet, unplug the Ethernet cable and then go live on the desktop, it might actually work. So we could try doing that. Diego Torres 30, thank you for the Prime sub. Try different SATA port for the boot SSD. I think I have. I don't know. There's so many variations of things to try, and I could just do Control-Alt-Deletes until it reboots, and that's worked. So yeah, I don't know. See, it's because they're not HP branded SATA drives. Yeah, really. Okay, so now what we can do is, it looks like I got to the cables wrong on the monitors. How are these? Yeah, I did. Okay, I think I got the 2 DVI cables backwards, but it doesn't matter. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to start the Blackmagic software. I'm going to have to use the MX518 because that trackpad is not set up for, or with the monitors being weird, trackpad's going to make it awful. And I have to actually use a computer here for a bit, not just interact slightly on stream. So let's see. Pronounce SATA, not SATA, yeah. Okay. So if we come over to this display, which I can kind of get the arm out of the way of. Let's launch the Blackmagic stuff. So multimedia, Blackmagic desktop video setup. We have 3 cards, the intensity, the quad HDMI, and oh, that's weird. Each one shows up as a different input. Okay. So it's reading as like 5 devices. That's probably going to be really good for OBS, actually. Let me put in the SSD I use for OBS. The way I set this up for streams here is that I put an SSD in the dock on the front of the computer. And this is part of how I know that it's just something with that weird setup, because this SSD works every time without fail. This has all of my stream configuration and files and assets for OBS. So I pop that in, and then I can launch OBS. I should probably not be on that screen, actually. And then I have to type in my password, because stupid KDE wallet. There we are. But now I should be able to see how many different Blackmagic devices there are. So let's take a look at this. Oh, finally a live stream after all the VODs you've watched. Hello, AJ Slim. This is a kind of weird one. So there's, what on earth? Oh, that one's working. Okay, so it's showing cam. Which one? Cam A? Is it? That's weird. What is going on? What it's displaying on here makes no sense to me. But we're going to be able to just like drop all of these. So what do we have for inputs? Oh, that's awesome. So if we look at this, let's see, is that actually going to show up here? Is this going to cooperate? Sort of. Oh, wait, I can also move the window. There we are. So the way that it works on this is you have the different devices that show up here, and then you just pick which one, and it remembers this, and it stays. So that's how the Blackmagic drivers in the interface works. If I open a video capture or a USB capture device thingy here, you'll see here it says Dev Video 6 and it's red because that device doesn't exist right now. And then I could try and switch to that, but then it just didn't work at all. The video doesn't work, and now it's actually in a broken state where I can't enable that video. I'm gonna have to reboot OBS, restart it, and let it refigure out what all of the devices are. And then I will actually need to remove all of the USB-C devices, or USB-C, UVC devices, put them back in the correct order. It is just, it's a nightmare. Blackmagic stuff, just gonna be the same every time. Each input is tied to an HDMI port. You just leave it alone and it'll work every time. So that's one of the reasons why it's gonna be just amazing. The other is the perfect video quality. And Black Jam Alex redeemed change keyboard, and Lucy in chat banned Python calculator. I don't think I was gonna do any calculations in this stream, but I'm no longer permitted to use Python for it. And now we have to change the keyboard. So let's take a look at what we're gonna do here. let's see. This camera is trying to annoy me. That'll work. So, Lua calculator it is. Yeah, I'd have to learn that first. So I was using my Keychron K8, and this time I actually was using this to control the stream since it's a laptop, and I'd set it up so that I could cycle through. Well, now it's not working. Why is it not working? If I go back over to OBS, will it work? Yeah, there we go. So I'd set it up so I could cycle through stuff, and I actually added the webcam on the mic, or the laptop, because as we remove the other cameras and put them on the other one, that's going to be the only camera I have left here in a moment. But we're going to no longer use this, so I'm going to take that out, turn it off, and instead, we're going to be using my Cherry ML keyboard that has an integrated mouse, although I'm not going to get that working. I tried to work on my USB PS2 mouse and keyboard adapter. I tried to get this thing working. I think the blob fried somehow because it doesn't work. I checked. There were some wires that were loose, and I'm guessing it did some really terrible things. So I slept well after that 8-inch excitement. I very much did. That was awesome. I was super happy with how that turned out. But yes, we're going to use this as a keyboard. So I'll go ahead and plug that into the adapter there, and that USB port is used. So I'm plug it in over here. Boom. And there we are. That's it. Doesn't have feet. It is a G86 series keyboard. Well, there we go. Oh no, this is a G84. Are they all G84s? Are all of the point of sale keyboards G84? Is that how this works? Okay. See, OBS Windows shows USB video devices with their own hardware name, so it's always the same no matter what you plug it in. No matter when you plug it in. When they work, that does show the hardware name, Helen, but it doesn't. Like I just showed you there with the UVC camera thing. It doesn't work, and then it will require a restart, which also means that if I like unplug and plug in different UVC devices while OBS is running, it cannot initialize them sometimes, then it just won't work at all. So, yeah. So you can't unplug PS2 while the machine is on. So actually you can when it's a USB PS2 adapter. The problem is that there is no current input or output regulation on PS2 ports on motherboards, and the keyboards can draw in a bunch of current at once. This thing doesn't matter because it's not designed like that, like the motherboards are. It can actually handle this, so it's a little better. So, yeah. So all right, that is the keyboard, and just for the record, this is a mechanical keyboard, and this thing is awesome. I really like this keyboard. Oh yes, this is... I have 3 keyboards with these switches. I like it so much. This thing is fantastic. I highly recommend Cherry MLs. Yeah, the mini trackball, it's pretty good too. So, yeah. What's the difference between how... That's the difference between how Linux maps UVC to the file system, it seems. Okay. Because, yeah, the way that it works on OBS, it just does not do predictable things for me. So, at this point, I think we're going to start moving over video devices, and I just realized... I just realized the camera here is plugged into this. So if I move that over, then I won't have audio on the laptop. That's a problem. Okay. The laptop's internal mic does not work again. We can try that really quick just to see. Hot plug live stream between systems. That's kind of what I want to do, Helencroft. We're going to try that. We're going to see if we can do that. But really quick, properties. So I'm going to set this to the digital microphone that's integrated into the computer, and we'll see if it works. Yeah, so those don't work. See you later, AJ. Yeah, so how am I going to do this? I wish I just had like a USB mic here, but I think they're all at home now. That was dumb. I shouldn't have done that. What are my other options? Plug in another GoPro and try and use it. Plug analog audio from the mixer. That's the thing. It's the complete onboard analog audio system on the laptop does not work at all. For some reason on Linux. The audio chipset just straight up is not supported. So, yeah. Just got a message, Twitter temporarily over capacity. Oh yeah, I've had that before, but I kind of use Twitter too much, so that's not too surprising. I've seen it. Yeah, so I'm trying to, what would make the most sense? I mean, I could just swap the stream over USB audio card. I would have to have one. That's the thing. We're talking like now solutions. What do I have right now at this moment? At this moment, I have the Nikon that's not being used. It has internal microphones, but I don't know if that'll output its own audio over that. I have a spare, I think I have another one of the USB HDMI adapters that I did not plug in anywhere. Yeah, right here. So I have this. This is what I'm currently using as an audio device. Your phone over RTMP. You know, you might have the winning solution there. Let's do that. So I can grab this, and then we can use the clamp here. Yeah, let's try that. It'll be out of sync, so what I may actually end up doing is just removing the video on the laptop kind of altogether except for the phone because it'll be really, really badly out of sync. Let's see. If I do this, tighten that a little better. Now it's being weird. That'll have to work. Okay, so that there. Because I did I start? See, Rode Wireless should be USB audio class. You know what? Let's try that. I've been told that before. I can't remember if you, Portizo, were trying to tell me that. Let's just see if that works. Because if that works, then that'll be the easiest solution. So I may have no audio here for a brief moment, or actually what I can do, I can activate terrible audio on the Blackmagic. Okay, so this is Wise left mic 3.5 millimeter. Oh, hold on. We're gonna go camera left and camera right. So this is onboard audio on the Blackmagic. This might get a little quiet when I walk away. Test. Oh my gosh, that's so easy. Are you kidding me? I could have been doing that this whole time. Well, all right then. Props, Portizo. Thank you so much. That just made this so much easier. Wow. Okay. That's hilarious. That's a wireless analog audio interface then. Okay. No phone needed. Yeah. Huh. I will keep that in mind. All right. Levels are so much better? Really? Oh, that's frustrating. Okay. New stream setup on the fly. Yeah, that is basically what we're doing here. All right. So we're going to start moving cameras over. I have a goal here. I don't want to restart OBS this whole time. So one of the things I'm going to do is I'm just going to eliminate all of the USB video devices as I go along because we're going to be replacing them with Blackmagic capture sources, which is going to be so much better. So the webcam we will remove. That'll eliminate the upper video, unfortunately, but it'll be worth it. Let's see, cam A here. That's actually Blackmagic, so that's fine, but we'll remove that because I'm not sure where that's going to end up, and I might want to plug the main camera into the quad HDMI just to make it better. The Nikon's Blackmagic, we'll leave that because that one kind of sucks. That one's 1080p only, and that one's not good. So let's see. By the way, what did you think about my quip with the string being weird? I didn't catch it. Gonna remove that video source, and I think that's it. There's phone RTMP, but we'll leave that alone. Screen capture can stay. I'm gonna remove the laptop HDMI input, the VGA HDMI input. Okay, I think that's all of the UVC video devices gone. Yes. Okay, so let's go ahead and see. I just wish Retro Computer Equipment was involved with this. Got a KU video toaster. Yeah, no, there's not really a good way of doing that. So, fun fact here, for some reason that is completely beyond me, the EasyCap 321 is completely incompatible with the Blackmagic's HDMI output from my camera. No matter what, if I try and plug this cable, which has the Blackmagic video, into this thing, it will never work. So that's one of the other fun things about the USB devices, even when they're really nice ones. Like this, which is one of the like $15 ones, does work with the Blackmagic, but the nice one doesn't. So yeah. Alrighty, let's unplug this. And I'm going to have to kind of drop it behind. Hello, there you can see me for a little bit here. And then I will, once I get back over, enable... Oh, did that not go where I thought? I can reach it from the other side. We can switch to... Boop. Hold on. Where's the right mouse? Bingo. What? Why is it not working? Oh, because that's not control. There we are. There's that. That's not, well, that's not quite what I was looking for. We can do, where is it? All right, one moment here. That. There we are. Then go back to this. Okay. So now this is the laptop's internal webcam, which is going to be the only thing that'll stay here. So the Blackmagic's HDMI here will be going over to this in a moment. So I'm going to plug it in to the end closest to the camera on the capture card, and we'll see which input that is. So Cam A, add, Blackmagic device. We're going to go with, hello Brian, we are installing a Blackmagic quad HDMI recorder that Helen in chat sent, and it is amazing. So, yeah, you know, Guantanamec's not wrong. This computer is a decade old, so it's not exactly fresh. Let's see, Pocket 4K. Alrighty. Now, let's see. I want quad HDMI recorder. It's not 1. Is it 4? It is 4. Excellent. Okay, so we have that in here now. Oh, that's... Yes. Yes. There's only a little gift for $5.50. Yeah, that's incredibly appreciated. See, I have a decade-old netbook, can't even play YouTube video. Well, that's the thing. This is basically a server in a desktop case, and server hardware is always insanely far ahead. Oh, that's right. I need to look here. So let's see. There's embedded audio mode. Ooh, wow, look at all that. Holy moly. 2160p. Oh, man, that's awesome. Wow. Also server boot times. Yes, it does have that, especially when you have to sit there rebooting it constantly. Color range. I think I want full. I apparently don't want full. That looks terrible. So we're going to go partial. Okay. Let's see. Allow 10-bit. Ooh. We won't do that. I don't want to use buffering. Color space. 709. I think I don't want 709. Do I want 601? I'm not sure. I'm going to set it to auto or default, whatever that is. Probably 601. Okay. So there is the Pocket 4K input. I can put that under my setting for that. I don't have audio in for that, of course, although it's picking up audio from somewhere. Oh yeah, here's the other one of the other fun things. On this system, for some reason, it always defaults to one of the USB audio inputs. So I'm kind of looking forward to not using any of those so that it'll use the correct audio input. That's why sometimes it'll turn on and I won't have audio and I have to switch devices. So yeah. 1080p, 120 FPS. Did it really say that? Is that an option? It looks like no. Okay. That would have been bananas. No, it's 1080p 60 is the max on that. That's kind of a shame because it definitely could if it can do 60 frames per second 4K. It's the same number of lines as 1080p 120. So, I don't have, well, I guess the laptop could output that, but not a lot of stuff. Since Hiram won't forward, we're watching a guy named, more or less, Brandon Muscle Car Tinkerer with computers that are technically music computers, despite being freaking huge, from inspiration of a book written about a machine by a guy with a girl's name. Even possibly weird. Yeah, you know, it's funny. I am directly named after the brand of muscle cars. And the name Tracy from the book that you were referencing really confused me for a long time for exactly the reasons that you mentioned, which is funny because I get that same kind of misgendering all the time myself. Okay, so that's in. Let's go ahead and move the GoPro over, which will mean that we won't have any of that. You know what? Actually, let's try and do laptop capture next. So this is Belkin HDMI. I should theoretically be able to capture this thing at 4K 60. So let's see what that's like. Alrighty, where is it? Is it this one? It is that one. I'm going to set this at the opposite end. Okay. Laptop flickered. Hopefully it comes back. It looks like it did. And it's not 30 frames per second this time. That's amazing. Your real name is GTO. Yeah. Streamception now? Kind of. Yeah, that's what I'll be doing here. So, under capture, going to add Blackmagic device, laptop, boom. It'll be whatever the other one was. Is that 1? Perfect. Oh, that's fantastic. I don't think it knows what resolution to output. So, let me go to settings. And let's see here. Oh, it opened over there. Okay. That's hilarious. It's confused me too. And and the thing about muscle cars was meant mostly as a joke. Never dreamed it would be a real thing. Yes. Yep. It is very true. So, oh, it's even doing 1600 by 1200. Really weird. 3840 by 2160 at 60 hertz. Apply. Oh, yes. That is excellent. Oh, no weird issues or anything. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, man. Okay. That is super duper nice. Save. It's not that I need 4K for the capture. Yeah, it just works. It does exactly what it says that it should. That's so nice. The reason that that's good is because if I go over to capture here, the laptop itself is natively 4K 60. That is the only actual resolution that it can operate in because of weird shenanigans. I don't know how to describe it other than that. So it is, it makes the most sense to capture in 4K 60, but I can't. Even the easy cap only does 4K 30. This is really going bananas here. Okay, hold on. Transform. You know what's really infuriating about OBS is that there's no way to zoom out of the transform. It's just really frustrating. See, I've just figured out why my video looks so bad. It's set to 160p. See, was the Cobra that Farrah Fawcett drove in Charlie's Angels Shelby? All, well, no, that's not true. I was going to say all Cobras are Shelby's, but that there's AC Cobras, which are what he imported to actually make the Shelby Cobra out of. So that's not true. It just kind of vaporized the capture there. Okay, there's that. I have never seen that before. The region that's grabbable for OBS is offset from the actual video. What? How is that a thing? If I stretch it, yeah, that's weird. Okay. You know what? I think I can do this. Make this slightly easier for you to see. What's funny is I'm capturing this way when really I need to capture the other way. We need this video on the laptop so I can stream it direct. I don't know what's going on with that. That's super duper weird. I don't think it has anything to do with this. Let's transform, reset. Now it's just gone. Okay. Transform, reset. There it is. Okay. You know what? I'm going to type it in. Transform, edit. We're going to do bounding box type, stretch to inner bounds. Bounding box size is 1920 by 1080. And that will lock it in to there. And now I can go to capture focused and reposition it, I guess. Position. No, it's just, it's off having a party somewhere. Okay, that's weird. Where is this? Aha! That was a problem. Okay. Let's see. So I'm debating between making my 46 T5200 laptop, 10HX, my daily driver, spacebar, and mouse wheel to zoom out. Is that a thing? No, not on the OBS preview. It's not control or anything that I'm aware of. I don't think there's a way of zooming that out so you can find stuff that's like positioned off screen. It's weird you're allowed to move stuff off screen, but then you can't pan over to it. But that's correct, but then this is weird. Why is the size of this thing so strange? Edit transform. Size is like 12,000 pixels. What? No, 3840. By 2160 at most. Even that's a little strange. Why? Why? I must have a bunch of weird stuff in here messing with it. Let's just get rid of everything that's not being used. So, print cam can go. VJ capture card that's not in the system can go. The test VJ footage can go. And the laptop RTMP can go. Now let's reset the transform. Transform, reset. What's it say its size is now? Transform, edit. It's still weird. You know what? Whatever. Let's just not worry about it. So laptop capture would be up. Now it's gone because of the stupid weird thing. All right. Transform, reset. Nope, it's gone. Transform, reset. This is really annoying. Yeah, it's the spacebar thing. Don't know why it didn't work. Oh, weird. Siri. Nearly 100,000 channel points? Ooh. That'll be interesting. Remember, it's a computer that has to work. That restriction is there for a reason. Alright. This is very, very annoying. Stretch to inner bounds. 1920 by 1080. Okay. I have to have the... Oh, it's fixed now. That's no longer a weird size. Edit transform. Perfect. Okay, so now I think I can actually move this Nope. Get back here. I don't know why it slides. Yeah, it moves way more than it should. And now it's gone. OBS is both amazing and horrible. Why? Transform, edit, transform. Where does it think it is? It thinks it's at position 0, but it is very, very clearly not. Capture, transform, reset. Okay, now it's here. Scale. Well, now it's just perfect. What? Weird. All right, well, I'll just leave it like that for now. So there's that. We can go back to cams, and we'll have to hide the laptop. Oh, the laptop is not that anymore. Okay, so there's that. So we have 2 cameras. Face tracking's working, so that's cool. Okay, we need to move over the GoPro. So let me do that. Let's see. You have a Tier City Model 1. I do have a Tier City Model 1. Out of curiosity, where are you seeing that? There is a list somewhere of the things that are in my collection. I don't remember if I shared that. At least not here. So I don't know where you might be finding that. If there is a list, that's fine. I just don't remember sharing it. Let's see. Yes, I'm watching the slideshow on screen behind the monitor you're using. Slideshow. On screen behind. Oh, this. Yes, yeah, I do. Okay, yeah. That has computers that work. Yes, in it. It does. Okay. Yeah, I forgot about that. That is there. Okay. So, speaking of that, this is going to go away here in a moment. So, enjoy that while you can. I will bring this camera here, hello, to the forefront. What is limiting the range here? The HDMI camera. I'm going to try and make it so you can kind of see this from the laptop here. All right, so in a moment, we will be moving over to the streaming PC, the HP down there, for all the stream stuff. It's going to be a thing to try and do it live. I have no idea if that's going to work. It'll be interesting. All right, this is going down there now. And I'm going to plug that into the, I think I'm actually going to plug this into the old Intensity Pro 4K. That HDMI cable won't reach. That's a problem. There is actually slack now because I have to have that HDMI splitter in there to give me enough range so I can make this work. One moment. Just pull that down a little. See, I guess that's not a CRT. I do... Oh, this thing. No, this is a Google Home. Actually, I think it's just a Google Home. That's what it is. Not a CRT, no. That was a holiday gift. Not something I chose, but it's kind of handy for calling out some stuff for streams, so I kind of like it for that. Shelbyception. Yeah, we have the 2 cams. There's only 1 cam active on the laptop now, so I don't really have a choice other than the repeated video, at least for this layout. I do like this layout, so I don't want to change it here. Okay, go with that. Now I have enough slack. Yep. Plug this in right there. Hopefully this works. I don't know what weird video formats this thing might be outputting. So we're going to go to cam C because I've designated that as the ARM cam for some reason. We're going to go GoPro for now. Later, this will be a second Pocket 4K, which is going to be incredible. We're going to go Intensity Pro 4K. Perfect. Shows right up. No issues. Because that's just how awesome these are. And that, honestly, immediately, even in the less than full resolution window, looks better to me than it ever has through the USB adapter. So that's kind of awesome to see. I can go ahead and switch to that one there. I need to transform, rotate 180 degrees, go through, hide the UI, Bingo. All right. So this is now fully capable of streaming. So what we're going to do, this is now where this is going to get weird, okay? So I'm going to turn off Wi-Fi on the laptop, and then I'm going to unplug the Ethernet cable, and then I'm going to try and go live on the HP down there, and we'll see if the stream will transition gracefully over to the HP, or if I'm going to have to do a stop and start here. So, the live stream hot swap, yep. All right, let's do this. So first step, disabling Wi-Fi so it can't fall back. Done. Am I still live? It looks like I am. Okay. So let's give this a shot. I'm going to be over here ready to go. You're going to have audio from the GoPro immediately, and then I will be switching it over to the actual line input. So we will have that. You'll have audio both ways. So, alrighty, let's try this. Yeah, poll. Oh, ooh, yeah. Do a prediction. Do it while it's live in case it won't let you start one. No response received from remote server. Oh, that's a different thing. Okay, you guys, I believe, are still good. Yeah, go ahead and close. Let's see. I don't know if we have time. This is going to go like the 3D filament swap, where it's going to seem like it works, and then it just doesn't. Let's see. Manage prediction. Start. Oh. Controls in a weird spot. Stream. Hot swap. Success. Will work. Won't work. You get 1 minute. 1 minute. There you go. Boom. As soon as that's over, I'm going to yank the cable. We'll see how it goes. Success is not creating a second VOD. Basically, having it having the stream stay consistent. It'll just show the connection issue in the middle of it and then come back. So that's what I'm hoping for. Go ahead and switch to that scene here. Okay. Your cheap won't work. I don't blame you. That's not a bad way to go. Tossing out a small amount of bits on the less likely solution, although I really don't know which one's more likely here, can get you a lot easily. And bingo. All right, let's find out. I will see you in a moment. There we go. All good. Ready. Good. 5 out of 5. Excellent. Okay. Go with that. Stream reset. Darn, that's really annoying. Oh well. I'm surprised. I really thought that was going to work. On my end, it showed... Yeah, that's annoying. On my end, it showed the stream having... it wouldn't connect on my end. That's what OBS said. It couldn't connect for some reason. So, yeah. Wow. Okay. So, I'm guessing that's a Twitch thing, that it won't do that. So, all right. I can get my laptop internet now. So I can stop feeling... Wi-Fi on, and I'll plug in. Oh, wait, hold on. I should stop streaming first. Boom. So I don't try and compete. All right, now I can give it this. There we are. All right, I will close OBS. Where's the mouse cursor? Oh, it's hiding on the other monitor. Okay. Stop recording. Okay, sure, yeah, whatever. Stopping stream. You know what? I'm just gonna have to kill OBS because it didn't like losing its connection midstream. Okay, there we go. Let's see, I had lines at the ready. I really thought it would. I really thought it would work. It's really annoying. Huh. see, you're a millionaire now. Is that a Ferrari logo? No, it's a MSI Dragon. That's what it is. So, to the moon. Let's see. Looks like Jout did well. Let's see. So, the next couple of things we have here are the Nikon, which I think I should just be able to plug it in and have it work. So this is, what is that cable kind? It's the square hips. Alrighty. It's not the dish cable, it's this one. Excellent. Alrighty, I'm gonna plug that back into the low resolution Blackmagic card. Boom. And that one, I believe, will just function without any issue at all. So if we do that, what gives? Intensity Pro, video connection. Oh, it re-enumerated it. Oh, that's weird because I added more Blackmagic cards. That did actually change. Ooh, that's super strange. Okay, so there's that. So the Nikon's working. I'm still probably not going to do any calculations this stream. You know what we really need to do? We really need to have some kind of reward for when you ban it and then I don't notice. And then you get to trip me up. And it's got to be something to where the person who bans it gets a reward. So I got to think about how that'll work. There's got to be something I can do. We'll figure it out. Just for the memes, yeah, really. We're gonna do a bite break here, though. So, and ooh, that's a challenging one. Change keyboard. Huh. So, I can interpret that two ways. We can either go, go back to the Keychron, or I could go to another vintage one. Trying to think of what I've got at the ready. All right, we'll change out to a different vintage one, I guess. Let me go grab one. I think that's fair. Wasn't expecting to do this. What are we gonna? Well, actually, the rule isn't vintage. The rule is just a different keyboard, because sometimes I pick non-vintage ones. So, yeah. Oh, I could really bend the rules here. You know what? We're doing this. We're gonna have fun. If you can redeem it twice, then I can do this twice. Alrighty. I was using a Cherry G84 keyboard with some very pleasant ML switches, but instead I'm going to switch to a Dell Quiet Key. This is not the same Quiet Key that I was using last time. This is a different one, and this is the one I actually thought I was going to be using. I didn't realize I had two of them. So we're using a different Dell Quiet Key, but they are exactly the same keyboard. So there we go. We get this plugged in, and I can unplug all of these cables here. And boom, there we are. That is a working keyboard. Like how they found a marketing term for building cheaper keyboards? That's not quite as true as you think. When is this keyboard from? This is from 1990. So legitimately, this would have been a quiet keyboard compared to mechanical keyboards. It wasn't just a marketing gimmick. Because mechanical keyboards would have been more the norm then. Gotta get another day in the spotlight? Yeah. Nothing like a cheap, good quality vintage keyboard? Yes, that is exactly what this is. It's honestly a really nice keyboard. It just happens to be rubber dome. Is it one I think you should go out and spend $30 on? Probably not, but you know, it's not bad. if you get it with a system, you shouldn't just chuck it or something like that. It's actually reasonably decent. Let's see. OS2 byte break. Oh, yes. Yeah, let me get to that. So I think this is functional all. So we can do that. Let me get the camera stuff positioned for that because it got kind of messed up with all the shenanigans going on today. That will work. Probably the best non-mechanical keyboard. Honestly, I kind of think so. I don't think I have any other rubber domes that I like quite as much as this. This is better than the Gateway 2000 key in my opinion. So, yeah. So, it is 1994. Ooh, that's a later one. So, August 94. Let me go grab that. Oh, gotta go all the way down to the bottom shelf for this. There we are. There is absolutely nothing exciting on this cover at all. It is bland incarnate. See, Windows keys on a keyboard from 90. You know, that's a good point. When, what? As it says, part 4, oh, maybe it's not from 1990. I just saw 1990 and went on. That might be, maybe there isn't a year. Yeah, because I saw the 1990 right there, and I thought that's when it was from. Okay, I have no idea when it's from. Let's see. We have this, though. This looks really muted. I want to do some slight color grading here. So let me add color correction. Going to bump up contrast, bring down gamma, increase saturation, bring down contrast a little bit. I can't adjust the white balance. Everything else looks better there now. Okay. Contrast may be a little too high still. Don't like how blue it looks, but all right. That'll look better. So, the cover was so ugly it probably broke the scanner. Thank you for swapping the keyboard, no problem. Okay, so let's see. 5-minute timer.
Okay, 5 minutes.
It says, oh, I was so comfy displaying all the pictures of computers. We're going to page 26 right up front. Here we go. OS2 gets lean and mean. I have never used OS2 even once, so I know nothing about this and will not have a lot to comment on. And I'm kind of not liking how this is just a giant wall of text here. So hopefully there are some good visuals in this. We have a HP LaserJet ad in the middle of it. It is 1 page. Okay, so this is it. All right, let's look through here for some interesting little tidbits. IBM has released the first beta version of its new version of OS2 for Windows. OS2 for Windows? How does that work? I thought OS2 just was an alternative to Windows. That's weird. Okay. That will run well on PCs with 4 megabytes of RAM. The company is able to meet its milestones to release this new version of OS2 sometime this fall. With the new version of OS2 for Windows, IBM is targeting business end users who wants to run 32-bit operating system that supports preemptive multitasking and multi-threading. That's cool. OS2 could run Windows 3.1 apps natively. Yeah, but it's OS2 for Windows, not with Windows or something like that. I don't know. It's very strange. The mention of Chicago is at the end of this article. Okay. Here we go. Let's see. One big unanswered question regarding OS2 is whether it will support the forthcoming 32-bit version of Windows, codenamed Chicago. IBM will only say that if its customers demand Chicago support in OS2, it will provide it. But for now, OS2 and OS2 for Windows are attracting a few million users who need OS2 capabilities today and are unwilling to wait for Chicago. I think both Windows and OS2 have their places in the market, and I don't think that's going to change anytime soon, says Chris Shanks, products manager for Windows at SoftNet. So some random dude, okay. A company that sells standalone and network versions of fax software for DOS, Windows, and OS2. Windows has a bigger part of the market, but the OS2 side is growing. It didn't grow that much. So they talk about that it may or may not. So it says, yeah, 311 competitor. Okay. Here it is. If I'd read like the next line, while being able to run DOS, Windows 3.1, and native OS2 applications on a modestly configured PC. Okay, so it's basically, it is just OS2 that can run Windows 3.1 applications. All right. This is one of those things where I've not experienced OS2, and it's kind of weird because I know that it can run DOS stuff, but I don't know with what degree of compatibility it can, since it would only have to interface with like the DOS low-level interfaces. It may not be that hard. It's not like the Windows subsystem for Linux. It's not going to be that difficult. So yeah, I don't know. Let's see, age like fine milk. So I have OS2 and floppy somewhere. Let's see, this new performance beta, which was codenamed Warp. Oh, so they actually released their beta with the name. That's kind of cool. Similar to IBM's OS2 for Windows product that installs on top of a copy of Windows. What? That's already present on a PC. Why? It would be like dual booting a HP now with Windows and Linux. No one's going to use the Linux. They're just going to use Windows. You paid for the real software. You're going to use the real software. Oh, that's weird. You could get a copy of the new version by calling a phone number. Man, that is definitely a dated thing that does not exist anymore. You want to call Microsoft and get a preview of Windows 12? I'm sure they will have some words for you on the phone. So you installed on top of Windows. Oh, that kind of makes sense. So you could get all the Windows content. Ah, okay. Watch the uncensored OS2 NT shootout. It's very interesting. All right. Yeah, it's one of those things. I don't own any copies of OS2. I've never really looked into it. It's just been one of those things. I'm trying to figure out how to describe this. It would be like buying an Amiga adapter somehow that you could put in a PC. It would be a terrible Amiga experience and just a weird PC experience. And I see OS2 as kind of the same thing. It's just going to be an okay OS2 experience, and it's going to be a bad PC experience because you're not going to be able to do the PC stuff you want to do necessarily, or it's going to be weird. You're going to have to learn how to do new stuff. But that OS2, in contrast, doesn't have like a native system. It's just this complete other thing that exists. In the perfect world, you know, competition is good, but in the grand scheme of things, Windows won, and if you want to frolic in the nostalgia of the era, you're going to do it in Windows, not OS2. So that's kind of how I view it. But yeah, that is, it's interesting. If you called MS, they'd probably demand that you return their PC so they can install Win 12 on it and send it back to you. Yeah. Alrighty, let's see. I remember reading an article in a magazine this past week talking about whether or not OS2 will work for PC gamers. It was something to... Yeah, it was something to say in the least. Yeah, I don't know how well that would work. I've never tried it again, so I really do not know. Okay, let's continue on. See if memory serve Safeway ran on, oh, yeah, I could see that. I could see OS2 being bundled as part of like a hardware and software licensing agreement for like cash registers and stuff, for sure. Since IBM owns the means of production on both, it just makes sense to roll them all into one. Especially if they needed like DOS support, and you know, Windows NT came around, didn't have that as well. So if they needed like actual DOS, or were convinced they needed actual DOS, I could see that. Okay. What are our next objectives here? I would like to replace that with a GoPro right now. So I think we're gonna do that. And I want that to be a GoPro because I really enjoy the frustration. Ooh, can I? I was gonna say I want to because I enjoy the frustration of how GoPros make my life harder in every way, but I'm not sure. Never mind. That's the exact thing I need. This is another micro HDMI adapter. We can do this. This is the one I was looking for the other day and I couldn't find. Okay. In that case, we're going to, you want to see the power of the DeckLink card here? All right, let me click in the correct area. So I'm going to, you can now see right there, this is, actually I want to really quickly move this to this monitor. Okay, so it's not that green. The bottom monitor makes everything look really green. You're gonna see how the Blackmagic card just works and is really nice, because I'm gonna unplug this. Oh, hello, Atom Fighter. Okay, so that's gone, done, no longer working. And I can just pull on this cable a little bit to get some slack up into here. How much slack do I have? Enough. Pull this out. Plug it in. Actually, I should feed this through something to get the strain relief that can be so beneficial for these fragile micro HDMI adapters. But I plug that in and boom, video. That's so difficult to do on those USB adapters. They fail that so hard. It's crazy. That just works. Oh, that's nice. That's so nice. Blackmagic makes this so much easier. Wow. That's just done. Functional. Hello, Evil Warthog. What have you missed? So we put this in a Blackmagic quad HDMI recorder. Man, that, I swear that looks so much better now without it going through the USB thing. But anyway, we put this into the Stream PC, which is the first upgrades for this, and now all cameras are going through Blackmagic capture cards, which makes everything so much easier to maintain and higher quality. So that's what we're doing. Let's see, it's a micro HDMI adapter for attaching your micro to HDMI. Man, that's a tongue twister there. It is for, because the media mods for the GoPros, I can just grab the other GoPro 8 I have. The GoPro 8s have only mini or micro HDMI out and then USB-C for power. So actually, what do you bet that this actually has a charge? I bet it doesn't. Ruh-roh. That's a slight problem. Okay, so we'll put a GoPro up there, but then it won't work. Let's see. That is a much cleaner feed. Yeah, it is. This looks really good on my end. I hope it looks as good on the stream. The stream bitrate is only 6 megabits per second. But yeah, on my end, this is so much better. So yeah, and then the YouTube videos will actually look much better. And when I record videos or decide to edit videos from this, the video feeds are going to be so much cleaner. So what am I doing? I'm trying to get the battery. I don't think I have enough different battery with charge. If I pop that back in, the red LED should turn on. Yeah, if it has any charge. So that is completely dead. So this is not going to work today, most likely, because I don't think they'll turn on instantly. Let's see. Yeah, nobody calls their computer micro anymore. I am having a difficult time keeping up with chat because there's so many of you awesome people here right now. So I'm going to try and do that for a little bit here. Okay, why? Wow, I've missed a bunch of stuff here. Space Station Zeta, hello, because I don't recognize your name. Also, one moment. I need to go to, where is it? Okay. Mavica, are you here? Because a special hello to you, since I missed your first time chat the other day. I don't know if you'll be here, but I wanted to make sure I did that. Yeah, Space Station said, I see you. You are new here. Special hello to you, since it's your first time chatting. The overhead, or the byte break can be really difficult because I'm reading the magazine and I miss a lot of chat when that happens. So, and Hiram, no problem. Yeah, there's so much going on. Hello, Gadget Blues. All right, I'm gonna get this plugged in right now so I can start charging while I figure out how I'm gonna set this up. So I have some really long USB-C cables specifically for that. Let's see, Lady Ironborn, that's no problem. Okay. See, is that when they put the entire system on a chip? Atom Fighter, that's an SoC. Technically, this laptop is a microcomputer. That's the joke that Hiram was trying to make. It actually went over my head. I didn't get quite that. I was too busy focusing on the HDMI versus micro HDMI side. So I did not get that initially. But yeah, that's the joke they're making. See, that face when dead battery issues? Yeah, really. It's annoying. For cameras that I want to use is like, you know, broadcast cameras here. It's really annoying that they can have dead batteries and that will be a problem. Also, hello, the Radmin, since it's your first time chatting. So, let's continue. I want to put this up there, and that's actually not too difficult to do. I think I even found my other tripod adapter here. I did. I used a GoPro up there for a while, but there were reasons I stopped. I don't remember what they were. It might have just been because it was a pain. But I'm going to continue on with this. So where did that... I have an HDMI joiner. I don't know where that went, but I think I'm going to have to use this weird splitter thing no matter what for this right now. So I will grab... this is the input there. And I need to go get a long HDMI cable, so I'm going to do that. I will be back in a moment here. That one is extremely long. That's way longer than I need. So I can take that one for right now and then replace it later. Hey, what's this? Ah, it's another micro HDMI cable. Ooh, that's nice. I have one more that I can shred. Wish that wasn't so common on these. This happens so much. Yeah, I have no idea where my HDMI joiner went. It might even be on the ground over here. So when I did the stream where I was using my laptop at the workbench over, or the table with the tablecloth, I had to use the joiner to get the cable length all the way over there. And I didn't really pay attention to where it ended up after that. So it just kind of disappeared. That's my fault. Well, everything that happens in here is my fault. Yeah, I don't know where it went. All right, long cables and HDMI splitter. So, let's see. Just saw the recent YouTube video about the new Stream PC with the 4670. New Stream PC, 4670. I'm not sure what that is. 4670. I can't remember what that is. The only system I know is the Threadripper 29, or is it 2950X? That's the one that's going to be the Stream PC. So I'm not sure what the other one is. Ugh. So let's see. Okay, sold my IBM 5100. Ooh, wow. Yeah, that probably netted you quite a bit. Those are not common. Technically, despite being portable, the 5100 is a mini computer since it doesn't have a microprocessor. The Haswell build. Oh, yeah, no, oh, yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, that one was, oh man, that was horrible. Yeah. that was not the way to go. Yeah, the new system should help dramatically. I'm curious if I'll be able to push 60 frames per second with it. I think I can, but we'll see when we get there. So, because yeah, this is, yeah, the hardware I have here is very old. What's hilarious is how, oh, okay, yeah, now I got it. That was, it's hard to get context when you're reading so many messages. But what was I going to say? Yeah, it's hilarious how poorly that performed compared to the computer that I'm currently using, which is older. It was just a lot more computer when it was new. But yeah, it makes a big difference which hardware you use. iROM doesn't have mini processor then. Alrighty, so the other GoPro is going to be connected to input 3 on the quad Blackmagic card. Oh, it's exciting. So are you close to getting the water cooling parts? So the plan currently is I have to buy a second Blackmagic camera because we hit the goal that was in the bar area right here. So that's the next major purchase. And then I have, then once that's done, I will check my finances, see how everything's going for the rest of the month, budget out stuff. And then I can start buying the water cooling parts. But I have to do the Blackmagic camera first because we set that as like a goal. So yeah, yes, thank you. I'm really excited about that. So yeah, I'm just trying to budget it out because it's going to cost way more than I thought it was going to for the water cooling parts. So yeah. Oh, and I did put them in the wish list too. The parts that I picked out to try and do the water cooling as best as I can, considering the different kinds of materials that are involved for the blocks and stuff like that. Okay, so there's this cable going up and around that can plug into the output there. See, at least you don't have to get the capture card anymore. Yes, that made a huge difference. I was going to be putting off the capture card for a while, and I really wasn't sure how I was going to do the two Blackmagic cameras with it, because like I said, the this thing, which is the better capture card, doesn't actually work with it. So I was going to be running a Blackmagic through one of these, which would have been hilarious. But yeah, we have a way better solution now. So let's see if this will power up with the power after it's had a little bit of charge. Looks like so, or kind of. Okay, I'm gonna come up to here, going to add another Blackmagic device. Ooh, that's nice having so many. Name it overhead. Boom, it'll be Quad Recorder 3, or is it Quad Recorder 2? No, it should be Quad Recorder 3. Why is this? Oh, this is getting weird. Okay. It's just the screen is turning off and on and off and on. I think it may need to charge a little more. So let's do that. Let's see. See, the admin wish I could stay longer, but gotta go to work. All right. Hopefully you have a good day at work, and see you later. See, the main parts have been acquired, just the hardware. For the system, yes, yeah. So let's see. I have a big bin of spare open water cooling loop stuff plus radiators. Huh. I forgot the timer got reset. Yeah. Ooh, I'm gonna have to keep track of that. Oh, we're barely into the stream. I'm not worried about it. We haven't even hit 2 hours yet. Okay, this needs to be charging. Wait, it's just on. What? We have 2% battery. Okay. Plug it in. It's on enough to stay on, then it's on enough to work. HDMI. Boom. Is this thing causing issues? Okay, it should show it there. All right, then we should actually get video on the computer side. Why am I not? Weird. I wonder if it could be not liking the splitter, even though it worked with the other GoPro. Or maybe this is drawing too much power because the power is, or the battery's weak. See, is this the third stream of the day? Technically, yes. This is the third time I've started the stream. Oh, I'm realizing you guys can't even see me. There we go. Yeah. Okay, what can I solve this with? I really need to figure out where that HDMI joiner went. Huh. I don't think it's in use for anything. So I'm not sure where it ended up. See, the Nikon, I don't think has it. No, that's one long cable. Where did it go? Is it just like floating around on my workbench here? Because I just dropped every single thing I touch over here when I walk by. It's probably that. Like, there's the funny monies. That DVI adapter for my... Well, I was going to say, oh, this isn't even close to what I thought. That's a DisplayPort DVI adapter. That needs to go back in my bins so I know where it is. That's important. That's the only one of those I've got. This is a different, potentially functional micro HDMI adapter? What? Well, that might mean I don't even need this splitter thing. Okay. Let's try this. Boom. Is that gonna work? Yeah, we should title this stream The Anatomy of a Stream, because this is basically me rebuilding it all live. Well, now it's just off. It restarted. Oh, now it's doing the whole GoPro thing. So, okay, it'll be that, which is showing, oh, yep, now it's HDMI, and then I bet it'll shut off because it's weird. What is going on? Yeah, it's not. Yep, there we go. Off. Strange. Well, I'm going to let it charge for a bit. It's at 4% now. Just see what it does. Okay. Or maybe just do a full restart, because these things are kind of dumb and that fixes them sometimes. So that, boom. Okay. Plug in HDMI and then start it with it. Gonna go okay, HDMI, and the black square that should show the video when it actually connects, but I'm not sure. Put a bunch of mini HDMI adapters in the wish list. I don't know. I'm not sure. That's the problem. I'm not even sure that I want to, because I'm half tempted to try and eliminate all the GoPros from the setup. So I'm not sure that putting more money into this is the right way to go right now. I don't know why this one isn't turning on. This is, ooh, what if this HDMI cable's bad? I wonder if that's a thing. Okay, let's try this. I'm gonna unplug this. And I'm gonna plug it into there. Okay, HDMI. No, no, okay. Well then if I plug the other camera in to here, boom.
Okay, yeah, all right.
That worked. Okay, so it's just that the camera's not working. All right, I swapped the cable between the two cameras. So the long cable's working fine. I don't think it's the mini adapter. So I have 4 of these that I can use at the moment. So I think we should wait, not try and replace those. I think this thing may just need to charge more or something, because it's being weird. Well, you know what would be dumb? Is if the connections, it doesn't have HDMI output enabled because the battery went completely dead. Let's see if we can check that here. Connections. Okay. I don't see anything there. General. No. Input, output. Audio, no. There may not be an HDMI setting. I don't remember. Touchscreen. No. I hate the touch UI on this thing. It's terrible. Let's see. Nope, nothing in there. All right. I'll just let it charge for a little bit, see what happens. So while that's going, let's go ahead and get the VGA capture computer connected over the last HDMI port. So this is this one. And it is getting plugged into HDMI input 2. Boom. That will turn it on. I wonder if it'll boot normally. Okay, quad HDMI recorder 2. Perfect. Sure, whatever graphics mode you want. That's the wrong keyboard. Where's the remote? Here it is. Okay. Bingo. Excellent. It's so weird being able to control like that with this. Enter. Enter. Wow, this just works, man. Letting you know, looks like the HUD showed up again on the mounted GoPro. Oh, yep, thank you. Because I unplugged it, plugged it back in, and it is all too anxious to put that back on there. Okay, so that's perfect. Yeah, that looks really good. What resolution did it pick? Did it pick like a 16:10 resolution? First off, let me just say this is okay, sure. This is now VGA PC. All right, I will put that under capture. And let's try working on, yeah, it's 16:10 for some reason. That is super weird. It almost makes sense to do it 1600 by 1200 and have it be 4:3. You know, actually, I'm kind of tempted. Can I do that? Let's see. Unfortunately, I have to do this through the capture. So this is a little hard to read here. Those are definitely resolutions somewhere. Full screen projector onto there. Okay. So let's say 1600 by 1200. Apply. Keep changes. Ooh, I like that a whole lot. That just makes sense. So I have the computer running 4:3 for VGA capture. Yeah, all right. So then when we do this stuff, it'll just work. Yeah, okay, that's perfect. We'll go with that. That's super nice. Wow, okay. That was so easy. I love this capture card, man. It just works. You add it, there's no problems. Man. OBSception, yeah. But wow, that is so simple. All right, go ahead and hide capture. Wow, okay. 50 hertz refresh rate, was that what it was set to? I can check that here. Let's see. Oh yeah, 40, that is weird. Let's fix that. 60, apply. Boom. There we go. Oh man, find it funny how you have the VGA capture PC now being captured by the Blackmagic capture card. Once we rebuild everything, we're going to consolidate the VGA capture PC and the streaming PC into one, so I'll move the data path card into here. I don't want to do that right now because I don't want to try and do everything all in one system at the moment because it's kind of got enough going on. I really, really badly wanted to be able to put the new streaming PC hardware into the rack mount Silverstone case, but the 1080 Ti graphics card in there is taller than 4U by itself, so it definitely won't fit into a 4U chassis, and I'm not even aware of like a 5U rack mountable case that isn't absolutely enormous and won't cost $400. So we're just gonna have to get a new case for the capture system, and then I will consolidate everything. See, you did say you're going Threadripper. Yeah, the new VGA capture, the whole thing. Actually, I should hide that. There. Yeah, the whole thing. I can just show you. It's so tall. It's really, really tall. It's multiple things all stacked together because the MSI cards from this era are just taller in general, and then there is the water block on top of it. So the whole card here is super duper tall. Can actually get a real measurement here. Maybe. If my caliper's open big enough. So on... The whole thing is more than 150 millimeters. So just, I can't even go from the top of the water block to the bottom of the acrylic. So yeah, it's a tight fit. In pretty much any case it'll go in. But it'll be, once it's all configured, that's a really nice thing about going water cooling is actually that it's going to be almost completely silent. Because you won't need as many fans because you'll have the direct cooling of water cooling. So that'll be kind of awesome. Yeah, it is enormous. Okay. So, what is the next objective here? Should we just start knocking out other stream improvements that I wanted to do? Because I'm feeling like maybe we could. So what's some other stuff? Let's see. Do it? Yeah. So, one thing that would be kind of nice is to somehow get readings from these onto the stream. That's a little hard though. So one of the things that's a problem with doing that is when you put these into remote mode, both the 34401A and the actually the 6633 demonstrates this better. Although I'm actually going to have to connect them to GPIB. When they are put into remote mode, so I actually think I might... No. Well, when they go into remote mode, the front panels are disabled. So what that means is that I can't just like, oh, let me do a continuity test really quick and then go and change something and then the reading will show up on the stream here. I would have to do the changes through the computer, which eliminates like half of the reason of having nice bench equipment that you can just reach over and touch. So maybe we wait on that because it has to be incorporated into the software, because like the cap reforming can be done with this. See, create a GUI that mimics the front panel. That is so much work. I could, but that is a lot of work and still eliminates the immediacy of just reaching over and pressing the buttons, because then I got to go to a mouse and do the stuff. Possible. It is possible. I'll admit that. And I could just like do a Raspberry Pi with a touchscreen and have it right beside it, but it would be a thing. So I'm not sure how to handle that. There is the possibility. See, there are some on YouTube who've been able to do it, just not sure how it's done. They could have potentially different meters, and it might be possible to take a reading, or to have the instrument be in local mode, okay, reach out, take a reading, set it back to local mode, and then sleep. So maybe like once every 5 seconds it could try and get a reading, but it would have to keep putting it back into local mode. I wonder if that would work. So it wouldn't configure it. It would use whatever configuration the meter is currently at, just do a fetch instead of a read, because a fetch reads the data that it currently has rather than forcing a new measurement, and then disconnect. 3441 adds data logger mode to serial printer that you can capture. That's interesting. That doesn't help for the 6633. Both of them, I believe, let me check the manual here on the 6633. Because I think, where's my cursor? First off, let me set the video output on this to be mirrored rather than duplicated. Or extended. Just turning in, what are we water cooling? The hardware that I was sent for the new stream PC, but not right now, not today. So yeah, at some point. Let me show the laptop over here because I don't know where the settings are. I just need to grab these and yoink them over here so that I can then mirror this. Where is it? Replica of laptop screen. Apply. There we go. Alrighty. We are consolidated. Let me look at the 6633. Home. Projects. It's not in there because it's in web browser. Can I right-click Firefox? I think I can. Yeah, open new window. Archive.org. My uploads. And then, ooh, look, someone's been uploading some basic e-manuals. That's cool. Let's go ahead and go to capture here so you can just see. I just want to see if it can be, if there's a command to put it back into local mode. Because if there is, then the method that I'm thinking where you reach out, take a measurement, and then go away goes in there. So you check out a YouTube channel named Mud Ducky Sharky. He did something like what you're doing with the meter. So Curious Mark just did a video, just put up a video about IBM 729 tape drive. That is cool. Yeah, I'll look up how some other people did it with this equipment. Because having it not be usable locally kind of really sucks. And I want to make sure that I can. So. Let's see, will this work? Of course not. I don't know why, but when I have multi-monitor on this computer, I cannot full screen anything. It is really annoying. It's funny how much of my hardware has weird quirks. Like, stuff just work. Alrighty. Calibration. Wait, did we just blast through all the commands already? Where are they at? Okay, here we go. Alrighty. I just want to see, is there a command for local? Output on off. Display on off. Ooh, that's cool. Send and receive calibration data. Query ROM version. That's kind of cool. Now I want to dump the ROM. Service request. I don't want that. I don't see a way of putting it back into local mode. That kind of sucks. All right, so that may not be totally possible then. See, disable GPU acceleration in Firefox to fix it. That could be it. You know, you might be onto something there. Settings, GPU, actually, hardware. Boom. Okay. Close. F11. No, but I may have to restart it, which is going to be more complicated. So I'll figure that out later. Let's see. Disable. Go back to cams to hide this. Okay. So, all right, that's a bigger problem. We'll solve that a different day. Because yeah, I think that one's going to be a little more complicated. All right, it's been plugged in for a little while. Let's see if it's got enough battery to work now. Right, turning on, add Blackmagic device, okay. Device, quad recorder 3. It's turning on, boom, going to that. And still nothing. What gives? Why? What are we trying to do again? Yeah, we're kind of just messing around at this point. Because I achieved the goal of putting in the capture card. I didn't really have a set goal for this stream other than put capture card in computer. Because I really wanted to get that done today. And I knew that it was going to take a while on the stream. Ooh, that's interesting. You cannot use multiple sources for the capture card. I did, Cody. It's currently running. This camera here and this camera, the GoPro, as well as the laptop capture there are all running it. Yeah, it is really awesome. I'm extremely appreciative of it. I don't know why this one doesn't want to work. All right, I'm just gonna leave it. Whatever. Assume that that's non-functional for now. Okay. Yeah, we have VGA capture PC is also going through it now. Did I turn it off? I didn't think so. Where is it? So get rid of that because that's not working. Oh, I hid the whole capture window, I bet. Where'd it go? There it is. Boom, VGA PC. That's working too. So yeah, we got all the stuff. All the stuff is working and capturable over HDMI with actual hardware working. Yeah, Portizo got it there. So, What time is it? Man, it's only been 2 hours. Wow. Okay. I'm torn on what to do next. I don't really have a good plan for the stream, but I kind of have something that I need to record a video about. So I'm wondering if maybe we should just work on that for a little bit here. Because there's a bit of information that I need to get, and then I can record the next actual video. I kind of want to do a video. I can go back to here. I kind of want the next main YouTube channel video to be an update on how I'm doing with the imaging process and archiving in general, actually. So you get the SD card working the 46 SBC. That is going to be a big undertaking. There's going to be a lot more involved in that. Obviously, I just plug it in and power it up, but I have to go get the ATX power supply, get it set back up so that I can power it with that. Then I have to find an SD card, get it formatted, start installing, get the VGA capture cables that are all in a mess back there. We're looking at least 40 minutes to get something booted on there, and that's a thing. Let's see. You're gonna have to take off, Brian. Mobile data. Ooh. Oh, okay. All right. Hope that clears up for you in a bit. Let's see. That'll be a good video. The imaging stuff's super interesting. Yeah. But one of the things I need to get working or done here is get a rough idea of what software I need to archive. So I think what I want to do here is do kind of what I did for the documentation and take images of every disk that I need to actually archive, because there's a bunch of them. Now, not all of them, like if we actually, I'll leaf through this bin of 8-inch discs on camera here, because this is an example of what I have ahead of me. Almost none of these are like actual real discs, like commercial discs, but there's a lot of them that are like CPM master copy, and then, well, that one's actually a real disc. What do you know? Then, you know, CPM 80 2.2. So there's a bunch in here. Ooh, look, there was an actual digital research disc. Where'd that one go? Where was it? There's more MPM 816. There we go. DR Assembler Plus tools. So there's a bunch of stuff in here. I need to figure out what I need to get copied, and I would like that. More so that I need images of the discs to upload when I actually do these. So maybe, Okay, let's make... All right, here's the goal for today. We're going to find all of the discs that have professional labels on them. So all of these kind, okay? Bernie's dog? Hello, since it's your first time chatting. We're going to find every single one of these that has professionally produced labels, and then we will take pictures of those so that I know which ones like that at the minimum I need to catalog. So let me just grab these really quick. See, floppies into the document scanner. Oh, ooh, no. Get out the light box, make nice archival photos. That is kind of what I want to do here. So let me grab them out of this box. And I might try and make one of these floppy boxes only commercial discs. That's the word that I kept grasping for there. Commercial discs. So there's one. Let me go get the other two. Let me take some of these. Let me get some of the stuff out of the way here. GoPro adapter ended up not being that useful. Data backup time. I don't know that we're going to image any discs today. Oh, I got so close to getting that in there. Because the drive is just right down there, actually. You could, if I lift this up slightly, you can see it right there. I did put the case back together, and I did hot glue the connector in place because I didn't really have a different good solution for that other than like copper tape and stuff, and that can be done later. The hot glue can be done now and will work. So, see, while you're taking the picture, the chat can dig through the internet to look and see if the disk's already archived. That's true, but I'm gonna actually kind of try and fly through these this time. So, because it took a long time to get through all of the other ones, and I want it to take slightly less time this time. I think there's gonna be fewer commercial floppy disks as well, because, I mean, there is stuff here, but there is not as much commercial software. We can, but will we? Yes. The other thing is that I have to set up a like a Google Doc where I instantly upload the pictures and then have different editors that can go into it. So I don't know. Ooh, that's an interesting edge case. It's a third-party disk with what looks like a typed label. I'm going to call that commercial software because I don't know. In this time period, that could be like an actual purchased disk. So, yeah. So also, we can see here, Gifford, NPM, disk utilities, hard drive, disk type, NPM boot disk, hard disk. So I think these are the master disks for that one NPM boot disk that's in the other one. So those are more commercial disks. This is just a CompuPro blank disk. This is not a commercial disk. So that's a CompuPro brand blank disk, which is a little weird. What else is in here? Small run commercial software. Yeah. See, I don't know if anyone has knowledge of such things, but would it be possible to manually repair old radio modules that have stopped functioning? Yeah, it'll completely depend. See, you found your CompuPro 816 diskette collection. Oh, that's good. Oh yeah, I didn't mention it in stream yet. I ordered a grease weasel to try alongside the CryoFlux because I like to practice what I preach on the open source stuff. What's funny is I didn't think the grease weasel was a thing that you could buy because I thought it was the cat weasel, which is a PCI card that I don't think has been made in decades. So this whole time I've heard people say the term grease weasel when they're talking about floppy disk imaging hardware, and I'm like, how are you even getting one of those? But no, it's apparently just some modern USB thing that you can get for like 40 bucks on eBay. So I bought one, and we're gonna try that with the 8-inch drive and see how that works out. So that's an upcoming thing. See, Sweet really interested in the grease weasel? Yeah, me too. Now that I know what it is. Let's see. Once my replacement parts arrive, you'll tinker with them. All right. See, new challenges. I need to find my CryoFlux and a working 8-inch drive. I at least do have the 50-pin adapter for the CryoFlux. That's good. That works out quite well. Also, Demanuel, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Thank you for the Prime sub. Let's see, Hardly Wogan, Grease Weasel sounds like something you need to prove you're over 21 to be allowed into a place that sells it. Yeah. TV set version 1.1. I have no idea what that is. So that's low volume production. Got some more CompuPro discs here. Another one. All right, so this one's almost completely empty. So we could probably merge a couple of these boxes to make one box for commercial software. So let me try and do that here. I would like to put this stuff in this one because this one's gross and I don't want to put the commercial software in a gross box if I can avoid it. I'm going to try and take out all of the loose sleeves I have because I have a lot of loose discs as well. So let's see. I got it right. All right. And to Emmanuel, hello, since it's your first time chatting. Let's see. Finally got to catch one of these live. Yeah, it's different, my schedule, that's for sure. Let's see, Spies Mode just re-upping. Oh, from a moment ago, very off topic. I was curious if you had CD ripping in the video in the works. Yes, I actually have a massive long document on how to rip CDs that I've been putting information into. It's a very complicated subject, and unfortunately, since I moved, I haven't been able to find my assortment of test CDs, and those are very important to me to get because there are examples like this that go in there. This is the only one I know where is. This is an audio CD, so this is Redbook audio, all right, but it actually uses track indices, which means that instead of having a maximum of 99 individual audio segments, this has 497 individual audio segments on it that are split between the 99 tracks. So this is an example of something that takes very specific care to rip correctly. And if you just follow some online guides, you will actually lose the indexes and then won't be able to split it up automatically. You'd have to go through and manually edit stuff. So stuff like that, pre-gap audio, different things like red Blue Book discs are all things I'm going to cover in that. But man, I gotta find where that stuff went. I have examples of everything. I just don't know where it is. So let's see. 2-year-long project. Oh, wow. See, I used a flatbed scanner, wrote a quick script with the right dimension scan, quickly scan through my floppy collection. Yeah, I'm going to do something like that for this stuff. I have an FFmpeg script I've already done for cropping the scans I've been doing. So yeah, I have something very similar. See, CD shenanigans are multi-year saga at this point. They really are. Yeah, they absolutely are. So much has gone into that because yeah, and it's a very deep project that other projects that spawned other projects have gone into different things. It's a whole nightmare. So yeah, all right, we now have this for putting commercial software into, so let's do that. We're gonna make one big container of nothing but commercial software. Hopefully this is big enough. All right. Let's see. Grease Weasel, Polished Shore Voice. Oh man, that definitely sounds like a Polished Shore nickname. That's great. Oh man, Spooky YNL, thank you for the Prime sub and for the second month in a row. Let's see. Took ages to find out how to rip Green Book CDs. Tillwolf, are you in the Discord server? Do you know how to extract image data from Green Book CDs? Because if you do, please join the Discord server and tell me, or at the very least DM me a link to something on here, because I have not found a way of extracting images from Green Book CDs. I would love to know how. that one is something that has eluded me, and it's one of the things, one of the rabbit holes that I've been trying to research and why the video's been taking so long. So yeah, if you have something on that, I would very much like to know. And I am at mad, okay, cool. You made some tweets about it, okay. Cool, all right. Yeah, see, the bridge discs are a real PTI, because you can't use ISO, you have to use Q and bin, yes. Gadget Blues, well, that will be one of the big points of this whole video, is that ISO should never be used for archiving discs ever under any circumstances, because you don't know what data you're losing when you do that. So yeah, I'm going, like, half of the video is just going to be saying never use ISOs again. Because they're incomplete as far as I'm concerned. So many PC games ripped as ISO that have then been uploaded to different places that had CD audio that can never be brought back. It's really frustrating. Will never be brought back until someone re-rips the disc, of course, but you know, that has to happen. It's funny, is I don't think I really told you guys the scale of what we're looking at here for 8-inch discs. As far as what I'm actually working on right now. Because we're just getting warmed up here. We haven't even gone through half. So here is a real disc, I suspect. So I'm going to put that. I had a sleeve. I don't know where it went. All right. Unfortunately, this one's dirty. You can actually see the dust spot on the disc as I spin it. There's a little window of dust. So I'm going to have to go through and I'm going to have to make sure every single one of these discs is actually clean before I put it in there. So yeah. Let's see. I did not know that. So Q and bin is the better choice. A midwise? Absolutely. Also, hello, Vivian. Yeah, midwise. ISO, so literally ISOs files from CDs are literally just the ISO 9660 file system that holds the data copied to your hard drive or whatever. So when you make an ISO of a CD, you might notice that it's never 700 megabytes because it is not just a raw data extraction of the disk. It drops some stuff. So, well, excuse me, what that means is that a game disc, like say Sonic CD, that has one data track and then all of the music as CD audio tracks. The ISO 9660 file system is track 1, and you'll rip that as an ISO, but then you won't get the other tracks because they're not part of the ISO 9660 file system. So you have to rip as a bin Q, which is the binary data of the whole CD, and then the Q sheet, which is a playlist basically that tells a program where each track is in the binary data dump. So yes, all of that. Whoa, that looks like an important disk. CPM 2.2 LD IMSI list source. So maybe that one gets a special seat over there. See, DMD stuff on Twitter about the Green Book. Awesome, thank you. See, if you're complaining about 8-inch discs, you may need to worry. You need to worry about paper tape storage. Yeah. So I would love to get a paper tape reader, but I just don't have one. So I don't have any way of interfacing with that kind of stuff yet, unfortunately. All right, so there's no more commercial discs in there. I have no idea what this was. There was writing on there, but this disc is, oh man, that is a crusty disc. Since this has an actual label put on it, I'm gonna assume it's software, not software. That looks like it goes with it. Man, look at how bad the water damage is in there. You can see wrinkles and creases in the paper. Yeah, so what I'm gonna guess this is that this is one of the manuals that I have that has the CPM 2.2 like hex that you have to key in. I think this is a disc that actually has that. That's my guess. So yeah, I'm gonna give that one a pass, which unfortunately is probably happening here as I flip through other discs that just have paper labels, which is why I'm going to image all of these, but I'm going to start with ones that have commercial labels first, just because that's an easy filter for going for some really important discs. Although the ones that have hand-drawn labels in software might actually be more important in the long run. But I will go through all of these. There's just so many. like this, I'm going to give a pass and put over there. C basic, ed, stat, assign. Yeah, this seems like important C basic stuff, so I'll put that over there. Because it's not something, well, maybe, I don't know, working disk, C basic, C run, I don't know. I don't know how many of those I should put over there too, because there's like a bunch. This could be important too. Z80, CPM 80, 2.2. I don't know. Ooh, I think that's a... Yeah, that's a dupe of this, I think. This is a CPM Z80 S100 8-inch floppy disk game. This is backgammon as an S100 game. How awesome is that? I really hope this disc works, because I've never heard of that until I've seen this before. So that's kind of super duper cool. And I think there are a couple more of these. So that one goes in the bin. But there was also a disc here that I think is a duplicate of this, or a bootable disc that has that. So I'm gonna put that with it. So, very important disc, yeah. I mean, it's just backgammon, but still, that's really cool. Okay, there's so much in here. So I'm keeping all the boxes over here as I go through them. That way I can separate them out. I have actually flipped through all of these before off camera, so I know that roughly there's no information that'll leak on the labels. So that's why I'm able to do this on stream, because I know kind of what information is here. Bunch of 8-inch floppy disk labels. Ooh, cool. Some original card protectors. I wonder if these go to that weird 5 1/4 inch drive I got with this. It's down here. That would be nice. Let me see. Pop one of those in there. No, I don't think so. I have no idea what these go to then, because I didn't get any other 5 1/4 inch drives with this lot. Huh. Strange. See, look at all those floppy labels. Yeah, a lot of floppy labels. Games are top priority to image. Yeah. I mean, just the rarity of it. It's kind of weird. I'm not even stopping and talking about how many copies of operating systems there are in here. There's so many. Like, they were really paranoid, which is awesome for us as archivists, because, like, seriously, there's so many in these all over that if any of my commercial discs don't work, I think there's like 3 backups of them all. So probably gonna be good. Okay, got some more commercial software. So it's a bunch of digital research, access manager. I have no idea what that is. Then display manager, and I know I actually have that disk in here as well. The commercial release for it. See if I can find it here. There we go. Display manager, the original version. So I'm going to put that with this, although for some reason this is a little concerning. There's 2 discs of this. You know what it might be? This might be double-sided, and they were able to fit both of those on one, so that could be the difference. I want to put them all together there. This is now empty. We have a bunch of sleeves. A bunch of sleeves. Wow. That's really nice to see. Okay. There's that. Let's see. Remember throwing in a few... hold on. Okay. Look, floppy disk. If I had... if that had been my collection BITD, I'm not familiar with that. I would have written Global Thermal Nuclear War Disk. Oh, back in the day. Yeah, probably. I could definitely see that. See, I remember throwing a few 100 VHS beta labels. Oh yeah, there's so many labels here. Oh, there's a 5 1/4 inch disc in this one. Let's see, MS-DOS R version 3 for the Z100 PC. You know what's hilarious? This is not the first set of discs I've gotten for a Z100. I think I have more of them over here. Oh, it'd take me a long time to find them. I don't know where they went. But yeah, I think I've even shown them on stream. That's strange. I don't know what that system is. I've never seen one. That's really weird. Okay, so that might be what the cards went to. Oh, you gotta keep the number for the disk hotline. Let's see, need to image disk using both the CryoFlux and the Grease Weasel to compare the data. I do plan on doing that as a test for at least some. Man, it's hilarious how small 5 1/4 inch discs feel after handling the monsters. Okay, I'll put these off to the side over here. Let's see, do you have a Z100? I don't. I kind of wish I did. Ooh, gold right protection. Okay, there's that. There's another. Okay, sure. I mean, these really do make it seem like mini floppy when you're 3.5 inch or tiny now. Yeah. Now you got a sleeve for that sleeveless disc. Yeah, I got lots of sleeves, so I can put them in there. I don't know that I want to put registration card for. Man, this is for ZDOS. Is there more in there? I don't want to put the super dirty discs in sleeves because I don't want the dirt being ground into the magnetic media. So yeah. See, so back in the day, Windows 2X had a screen during setup which asked what computer you had. Default was IBM PC compatible. Well, there are other name brands listed, e.g. Zenith Z100. The secret, though, was that never buy any machines on that list, because what it really did was implement hacks to make non-standard machines work. Oh, that's hilarious. Okay, so you kind of need those discs so that it will work normally. Oh man, that's funny. See, these seem to be a bunch of actual data that they made, which is rare for them to have data on floppy disks. I'm guessing those hard drives have a lot of user data on them, not software, based on what I've seen on the floppy disks, because almost none of these have actual data. Like, there's more commercial software. Ooh, there we go. There's the actual labels that go to the software. I forget what the name that's going on here is. Like, it's something acetate, acrylate, I don't remember. It's what the Activision labels are doing on 2600 games, and you can see it there too. This is not water damage. As a matter of fact, it's liquidy, gooey by itself. So yeah, there's more of that. And there is a duplicate of this disc right there with no sleeve, so that's a good candidate. We can put this in a sleeve right here. So just a quick look on Wikipedia. Z100's competitor, the original IBM PC, was pre-assembled version of the Heathkit H100. Ooh, oh man, it's bad now that I'd want the unassembled one. Oh, there's a backup of Reclaim there as well. Super soft utilities. Man, there's a bunch of, oh man, those black label or sleeves are awesome. So, Disk Doctor for CPM. That's scary, but cool. Also a Diagnostics Disc 2. Okay, so there's another empty box. See, early 3.5 inch disc came with plastic sleeves. Remember my mom throwing some out because she thought they were wrappers for Kraft Singles cheese? One moment. I have, well, I can just show you. You're talking about these. These are single-sided double density discs. These come in plastic sleeves, and yeah, I got them for peanuts. So yeah, these are in plastic sleeves. I have opened one of these, and I have the plastic sleeves, but I have lost them. I don't know where they are. Stupid moving. But yeah, there's some super early 3.5 inches for you. Although these do have the auto shutter, so they're not that early. Probably gonna need to get some HPs to get a manual shutter. All right, last box, and then I have to walk back over and get more boxes. Okay. I don't know what M test is. It's not mem test, because like mem test didn't even exist. See, I'm only interested in DSDD for Amiga. Oh, for sure. Single-sided is super rare and weird. I'm not even sure what all actually needs it. Would need it without having a manual shutter. It is an oddball to have, for sure. It was actually really confusing, and I forget which video it was. It was either the Yamaha Disc Orchestra or the Roland MT200. I was trying to use those discs with one of those, and I was having issues with it. And it turned out it was because of that, but I didn't find that out until after the video. So, yeah. Okay, more backups. And I like how they wrote their either serial number or something on there. I don't know what that is. So, backup, more hard disk loader stuff. Yeah, so as much as I'm like, oh, these are going here, you know, and we're going to focus on those other ones, I'm focusing on everything in these. None of these discs are unimportant as far as I'm concerned. Even the stuff that is like what they've been using, that they're actual like user data discs, I'm probably going to rip and back up. Maybe not put online, but I'll extract files from them to see if they have executables in there. So we got another Display Manager 16-bit version. I don't know what that means, but I will try and put that over with the other stuff. I wonder if 16-bit could mean double-sided to them. See, yeah. Because, I don't know, it's weird. Okay. More commercial discs. What do we got? American Training... Interactive Training for WordStar. Ooh, that's cool. I don't think I've seen a copy of WordStar before. We might have it as a literal copy. Like, why are there 3 sleeves in here? Or discs in one sleeve? Ooh, that is cool. I haven't looked at any of these sub-labels. They have what years when they were updating it. So it was used until 1984. That is some commitment, although they dropped a bunch of cash on all this, so I'm not too surprised. Anyway, D-Base 2, 8-bit version, but it had these discs in there with it, so I'm guessing all of that goes together. So I'm going to just leave that, and we'll get to that when we get to backing up individual discs. See, I think the brother floppy drives are single-sided, 3.5 inch. Okay. So, oh yeah, they were sold for the Taney 100. Okay. Interesting. So that could be good for my Model 100 then at some point. So, image user data discs, it will give an interesting insight to what they were used for. I know what they're used for. Realty stuff, which is long enough term that could still be applicable information to today. So I will not be releasing any user data. No, I can't do that. Because it could actually be stuff that's still relevant today. And I don't want people getting harassed or doxxed or any of that stuff. So realty is way too long a time period for me to be doing that. D-Base 2 training. There we go, SuperCalc. So that's CPM, SuperCalc 4 CPM 86. Quick Code, whatever that is. I don't know. Backup of Diagnostics 2, I think this might be this, because those are both Diagnostic 2, so, well, one star.com and one star.cmd, so you know what, maybe not. Let's separate those. All right, and that's it for that, I guess. That's weird. One of these was really empty. I add this to there, yeah. Let's just pop those in there. All right, 3 empty boxes. See, didn't expect that, but okay, yeah. I will image them, and I will keep them, but I'm not necessarily going to release them. So that's the thing. I'll pick through using the CPM tools programs and figure out what all can be extracted. Yeah, like, see, that's the kind of thing where it tells me that could be important to not leak. So there might be some interesting data that I can anonymize from it, and publish, like, you know, how much did rent cost in 1984? But I can't say, here's how much this person spent on rent in 1984. That would be not cool. So, source program master. What does that even mean? See, formatting disks with user data to reuse for other stuff. I could potentially do that, but I also have 2 unused boxes of floppy disks that are still sealed. But I may format and reuse some of the user data disks. So, yeah, that might happen. Like, I'm gonna guess data backup. That one could probably be wiped. I don't think that one's gonna contain any mysterious secrets that I have to hold forever. There's so much software backed up. I have been showing you like 1 out of every 10. All right, let's get the next set. Oh, that's a real disk. Interactive training for SuperCalc. Okay, that's cool, because I actually have SuperCalc over there, so we'll put those together. This looks like it's all commercial software. Hold on. Move it. Intercomputer communications program for CPM 80. Well, that's not super helpful. Is intercomputer. Quick code. Unspecified version has whiteout, like, painted onto there. That's hilarious. dutil, spellstar, wordstar, sweet. 2 different copies of wordstar. Oh, customization notes, okay. Bunch of stuff, awesome. So that's all software. Let's see, the days when a person spent as much time backing up stuff as they did actually working. Yeah, well, it's gonna pay off for us. That's for sure. The box is way over full on actual software. That's awesome. There's going to be so much software preserved from this collection. It's amazing. I think I'm going to have to actually start putting software in boxes here. 'Cause that's full. All right. This is the worst condition 8-inch box that I kept. There was one that was in worse condition than this that had actual black mold all over it. So I threw away a floppy box. I kept the discs. I merged them into other stuff. But there was one of these that looked, the whole box looked like this. So you can see there's bits of mold growing on there. And then this was so water damaged the ink is gone. Like, I don't know what that said at one point. So it's good there's so many backups. And hopefully these were kept in slightly different areas because I don't know how many of these are going to be rereadable. So, see, law firms used to have systems too. I have an 8-inch weighing disc on my wall salvaged from a previous job when it was getting thrown out. Yes, for sure. You know, it's funny. One moment. This is something that I'm not even sure what all is in here. I may have to back it up at some point. It may not even be complete enough to be worth it. But this is interesting for a couple of reasons. So one, here's a floppy disk box for Westlaw. This was a dedicated program that came in its own box of stuff. But interestingly, they assumed you were going to make backups and they gave you official commercial labels to put on your backup disks for this thing. So that was kind of awesome, and I wish more software did that. Because, especially for this person, because there's so much here that's backed up. It's bananas. So you just want to buy, yeah. Let's see, nothing special about them, just unbranded DOS installed. This I just looked through. Okay. They were usually better than this CPM 86 master copy. I wonder if this is their first copy of CPM 86, which could mean it's early. Let But yeah, they were really good about putting versions and stuff on there. So here we go. This is interesting. NPM floppy disk loader, Cume port 300. I don't know what that means, but Cume is the brand of disk drive that I have right there. So this could be something specific to those. I don't know. It's weird and interesting. Oh, let's see. My mother used to be a lawyer and used Westlaw in the mid to late 90s. You get a kick out of those floppies? Yeah. I think it was a kind of popular program for that stuff. Yeah. Ooh, went on holiday to Europe, came back with a Soviet clone computer terminal which loads up its kernel and boot from endless loop cassette. That is super awesome. Wow. Definitely something you need to back up. See, I own exactly 2 8-inch floppies. They're Tektronix branded. Ooh, got them from someone who's retiring when I still work there. They supposedly have files related to some of the later 4000 series terminals. That's also worth backing up. Let's see, the first copy protected program is Microsoft Adventure for the TRS-80 Model 1. Oh my gosh, I came this close to getting an original copy of that for TRS-80 Model 1. Someone, I believe, scammed the person who had it out of it because it was it's where all the TRS-80 documentation and software came from. They had it in a picture there, and it was gone, and everything else was still there. And I think someone may have swiped it when they were buying hardware. And I was really frustrated because I was going to give them a lot of money for it. Because how often do you see one of those? And it was local, and it was in the box. All the stuff was there. Cool. But yeah, that is a cool program and cool history. It's just, ooh, so close, so close. I didn't get the cassette, so it sits on the shelf. Oh, that's really unfortunate. Hopefully, in that case, hopefully someone else has it to back up. See, these might be unused discs here, because they're all facing the opposite direction, and they look like they've never had labels applied, so I may have some blank discs there. Yeah, that seems like a disc. Dates phone. I probably shouldn't publish anything on this one. Biorhythm. I have no idea what that is. That seems like something that would be very fine being lost to time. Let's see. Very much TLDR, 2 kinds of law, statutory law, books, libraries, case law, supporting documents, laws. How you get that modern sense. So you have the Microsoft Adventure poster, probably the last one in existence. That is cool. Got it from the Microsoft receptionist when they first moved to Bellevue in the late 70s. That is really cool. See, I think some more. Oh, maybe not. Graph Talk, and then a backup down to writing the serial number on there. So we'll pull both of those. More commercial discs. All right, some water damage crinkles there, but hey, redundant. Okay, there are only 3 discs in this box. One of them might be blank, and the other one's stuff we've already seen or can't really tell. Off-sort development. I don't know what that is. Probably their own basic application. That kind of stuff I might actually put up. See, Biorhythm was a popular thing at the time. Yeah, there's a coin-operated Biorhythm machine in many bars. Pointed to a strip, kind of like a horoscope. I figured it was something dumb like that. Maybe, I don't know. We'll see what it is when I get to backing up the non-commercially produced discs. But here is all of the commercial software and the redundant backups. We're done going and getting more boxes. That's it. I'm finally out of floppy disks. That's all of them. There are a lot. But yeah, let's see. The great movie, The Amateur, Hero hides CIA, Black Ops, Data ROM, and the Biorhythm machine of the bar. Oh man. Had the terminal IBM System 360 clone. Oh man. Yeah, I would have been dumb. I probably would have tried everything I could to get that. See, next sorting step is to sort disks by content, like OS. Well, there's one game, so I just take out the game. That's not a bad idea to sort them. I was just going to count them right now. I want to get an idea of how many discs here are like A grade, get these imaged immediately material. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 in that box. Let's see. He has more 8-inch floppy disks than I ever had 3.5-inch disks. Yeah, there are a lot here. I'm not kidding when I say I think I have 500 disks that I'm probably going to image. Because again, there's a box of 140 data general disks right there. Just unfortunately they're hard sectored and I have no idea how I'm going to do that because it's not super obvious. The Grease Weasel might do hard sectored disks. Ooh, that could be the solution. Oh man. Yeah. See, oh man, original Tetris on Soviet hardware would be pretty sweet. Okay, 11 in that box. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's see. Technical with the 8-inch floppy disks. Old adventure gamer, I really don't blame you there, because when I first got these, my first tweet about them was actually, I think I own half of the world's reserve 8-inch floppy disk supply, because I got a lot here. It is an enormous amount, so yeah. Violin05, hello, and special hello since it's your first time chatting. You are a little late. You missed all the stuff about the streaming computer. We're now just using the streaming computer. So, yeah, we got to that point. I should probably update, like, the title. All my keyboards are buried in floppy disks, so I can't really do that at the moment. Maybe do some stuff over here. I should also turn off the engineering equipment. Yeah, we're just working on those. Wish you had time to email me a photo of those Westlaw discs. I'm headed over to them shortly. Oh, yeah, probably not. Let's see. Make a big song and dance about copy props. See, I got to rewatch that part later. Yeah, you definitely will be able to. Let's see. Investigating 8-inch floppies. There we go. Go with that. See, I have this special collection of Scott Adams adventure games on cassette. Comes with 25-year money-back guarantee, which will refund either the original purchase price or dollar amount linked to the price of gold. Weird. Sadly, the guarantee is finally expired. Oh, that's funny. Okay, continuing on here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Plus 1. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 72 original software discs or duplicates of those here, and there's not a lot of duplicates. There's like 5 duplicate discs, so 70-ish discs that I actually really need to back up. So those are the ones that we'll be doing priority for. So that's pretty cool. Vorpal Sword, I believe the Grease Weasel can do hard sectored. Not sure about 8-inch though. Ordered one recently as I ran into some 8-inch discs in the basement of university I work at. They're both HP and DEC 8-inch in drives, as in drives. No, can do hard sector. Not sure can do both the same both at the same time. Interesting. I will have to look into that because I've got a lot of them back there. Although those are all user data. I don't think there's anything software-wise, but I will want to make at least one backup of my one boot disk for my Micronova, so I will be needing to read that disk and then write one, so it's going to be important to me to get that done. Also, hello, Vorpal Sword, since it's your first time chatting. See, price gold thing makes sense. We realize Scott Adams is, yeah. Wow, 72 discs. That's kind of crazy. Man, they won't even all fit in here. So this is just 61. So this thing is really only capable of holding about 50 discs. Wow. That's a lot of work. That's going to take a long time. 2 would probably be safer. Yeah, Jout, once I can do 1, I will most likely do 2 or 3, just because it's going to be a thing where I'll get it set up once and then maybe like the drives croak and then I won't have it again for a while. I'm also hoping maybe the GoTech will be able to work. Oh, no, there's no way. Excuse me, there's no way that's going to happen. Yeah, so I think the Grease Weasel can read a lot of formats. It can't write, though. Not a problem, only looking to archive, but might be a problem for you for that. Yeah. Do you have brand new 8-inch discs as well? I have 2 boxes of the 10-pack boxes for non-hard sectored, for soft sector discs. I have 20 brand new soft sector discs. So you see, GoTech can emulate 8-inch. GoTech emulates the track sector interface more specifically. So as long as the image file you are trying to access can be divided up in a way that makes sense when it is fed the track and sector information or accessing, it'll work. So yeah. The only real difference is the bit rate, which changes between 300 and 360 RPM. And I think we determined that 1.2 meg is the only weird one, but I'm not 100% sure on that. So I don't know. See, reading the CryoFlex manual, starting with the 3.0 release of the host software, CryoFlex imaging hard sector discs is supported in addition to normal soft sector discs. When did that come out? Because I tried it and it didn't work. Huh. All right. So you new GitHub project for someone more knowledgeable than me. GoTech to data general adapter. Yeah. I don't think it's going to happen. Let's see. Yeah, that the Scott Adams software developer is a different person. I can confirm that as well. It is weird and confusing. Okay, I don't think I'm going to be doing 70 images here. It would probably make more sense to take pictures of the discs as I image them. So we'll probably call that good enough on that for now. I'm trying to think of what I want to do here. Because I could spend... If I ended stream here, I could spend the next 2 hours potentially filming the video, and then tomorrow will be a lot easier on me, rather than trying to like come in, write the video, then edit it all in the same afternoon. I could get half of it filmed tonight, probably, and then film the other half in the morning, and then head home around lunch to edit, so that wouldn't be as brutal. Trying to figure out what makes most sense here. See, further down, note that all media drive combinations are not all media drive combinations. Okay. At least one modern NEC 8-inch drive requires modification to the index sensors. Eek. More than 26 hard indexes? Good grief. How many sectors do I think it's got? Wow. Okay. That's good to know, Hellcroft. I will have to take a look at that. There's so many 8-inch discs. Wow. There's probably more than 500 total. There was a byte break? Oh, there was a byte break. Wow, that was a long time ago. Jeez. Sorry about that, Gemand. Byte 7655 technology update. Okay. 76 is in that era where I kind of have them all strewn about because I was going to make a video with it. Let me clean off some space because there's nowhere to do it at the moment. How many inches in total? Yeah, a lot. I could understand that, Jan. The 360 RPM will help with that, because the 3.5-inch discs weren't. I think they were still 300 RPM. I'm not. Don't quote me on that. But yeah, it's. I can get that. So this. Let me put a different disc in front of this so I know that it's commercial software. I hope this wasn't a bad idea, sorting out the commercial software separate. Because I could see it being one, separating them from backups and other related programs, but hopefully that was not a bad idea. Now I gotta figure out which lid goes to this. There we go. So somehow that one didn't fit. All right, there's all the commercial software. Let me go put this on my table over there. My plan for the next video is to go over the spreadsheet of the commercial manuals that I have to scan, and which ones have been scanned and not. And then I will just kind of flip through the discs I have, because there's as many discs as there are commercial manuals. And no matter what, I'm going to image every single disc, because it's one of those things where they may have been imaged with like IMD on a PC, and we don't have flux images of them. It's not like PDFs where if you can read the data, it's kind of good enough. I mean, I'm probably going to rescan a lot of the manuals I have just to make sure I have them in the quality that I prefer. But the software is more important. So the software is all going to be scan everything or image everything. So making a PDF is not as important. I can make that on the fly as I do the scanning. So what I'm trying to get at here is I think I have everything I need for the video that I want to make. In the video, I'm going to do one scan, and I'm going to go through the entire process, which is part of why I wouldn't mind getting started on that tonight. I could either do a disk image or scan tonight and film that. And I'm going to go through the software, explain the process, mention, you know, the things that could potentially be wrong and that kind of stuff. But basically introduce people to how I'm doing it and mention that I'm getting started on archiving because I think it's such a critical thing. And I just want to do that in a capacity on the YouTube channel where it is easily digestible, because we've done this over dozens of hours here now. So it's kind of a lot to take in all at once. And I would like to get a really consolidated place to put that information. So that's why that's the next video. So let's see. How many 8-inch drives you got? I have technically 8 8-inch drives, but I have 6 that are applicable to disk imaging and 4 that I think are ideal. Because I have 4 Cume Track 20 or 84 2s, 842, yeah. And then I have 2 of the Shugart SA 800s, but those are single-sided. So yeah, it's I have, and then there's the 2 Data General 8-inch drives, but those are basically useless. Let's see. What time is it on your end? It is currently 1 p.m. I usually leave the office by 3. Streams usually end between 2 and 3. It becomes impractical to film here any later due to external noise that I can't control. So there's all the things. But yeah, Violin, I stream it kind of in the middle time, so I try to stream through lunch in America, and then it ends up letting me bridge over through evening and dinner, so for Europe. Let's see. See, back them up to ROMs and put them on PCI Ethernet cards. Why do these boxes not all fit correctly? That's so weird. Are they different sizes? They are literally different sized boxes. What? That is weird. It's not like they're stretched. They're just wider. Huh, look at that. That's how much wider that is. That is weird. No matter the time I'll tune in for a TT stream, I appreciate that. Okay, I think, oh, that's really dirty, dingy discs. I'll leave those separate. I was going to put those in one of the bins so then all of them could have like lids on the boxes, but no. That's discs. Okay, they're all nice and sorted. A couple of empty boxes. So there's that. Let's see, where am I at project-wise here? Ooh, I have to do the bite break. Let me go find that. April 76. Let me see if that one is on the shelf where it should be. I haven't pilfered too many of 76, so hopefully July, June, May, April. Excellent. That's a way better cover. Stupid picture of random clip art on a monitor. We got a robot shark. Yeah! Look at that. Now that's a bite cover. See, how likely these discs go bad over time? Fairly, especially these ones, because these ones were stored in very poor conditions, but I think I have like backups in triplicate of everything. So I have very positive outlook on being able to actually get these backed up. Is there a bite? Taking out a bite there? Hello, that's cool. All right. So I mostly rewatch your streams on YouTube? Ah, Violin, that makes sense with how late it is for you. See, okay, let's do... I wish there was a mute button for this. Google. 5-minute timer.
All right, 5 minutes. And that's starting now.
Okay, we're going to page 55. Hello, I saw something there really quick. It might have been the page we're going to. No, it wasn't. Just one moment. Hey, Google, pause timer.
Okay, pause.
Where was it? I wanna take a tangent here. Where was it? Ooh, hello. No, I'm not looking at magnetic stripe calculators. This is a dangerous game. Oh man, look at that TI. Nope, we're not looking at that. There was an ad for something. I think ooh, look, what is that thing? That's a computer? What? Huh, okay. Aha, here we go. Processor technology. These guys made one of my hard drives. The year after Jaws 1? That makes sense. Ah. See, a bit too late. A bit too later in Europe. That is unfortunate. Hello, Linux Mint. EEPROM. Power switch, no. Interpretive simulator. Sim1 expansion firmware runs 8080 programs in an interpretive mode on the same 8080 that contains the simulator. What? Oh, that's really weird. Is that a virtual machine? Strange. I don't see a hard drive though. Okay. I was kind of hoping there was like information about the hard drive I have, like maybe a price or capacity or something, although I think I know it's a 40 megabyte drive. So, yeah. Only 9 p.m. in the UK. Yeah, that's the thing. It's hard to do US at a time when people might be having lunch and full evening in Europe. So yeah. Anyway, hey Google, continue.
Okay, you have 4 minutes and 45 seconds to go.
All right.
Resuming now.
Technology update. This is what we're looking at here. So, Byte always searches far and wide for the latest latest in the technology of computing systems. This month, in the hills of New Hampshire, we discovered an example of computer technology in the form of the first practical Turing machine, that is OU, shown here complete with urinary relocatable based operator. Is this one page? Is that all this is? Or we're going to read the entire page, I guess. For those individuals having less than a passing acquaintance with computer science, the Turing machine is a famous mathematical construction first formulated decades ago by Alan Matheson Turing. Is his middle name seriously Matheson? This is a sarcastic article, and I don't actually know. That seems too good. And can be shown to be logically equivalent to any digital computer implementation. A Turing machine is to computing what a current cycle is to thermodynamics. The fact that this particular Turing machine implementation looks like a Carnot cycle is purely incidental. But Turing machines have been notoriously impractical in terms of everyday computer usage until this new product rolled into town. This newly released virtual Turing machine, version 27 chain level 1, incorporates numerous state-of-the-art features which make it one of the better examples of the form. These features include 1, boom, shift micro instructions, 2, what? 10-speed clock controls. Oh, the shifters are on the lower frame. Two-phase clock drive. 3 is... Where is 3? 1, 2, 3 is there. Oh, okay. Yep, there. Large cookie. Oh, 4 clock conditioner. Toes. Large cookie store, I'm gonna guess. Oh, nope, there. Okay. Global debugging mechanism. Man. Flying head crash padding. Oh, man. 24 machine environment. Yep. Okay. This is this is weird. Oh, man. So we got, I'll just read through these. I'm not going to point to all of them up here. We have access to our audio output peripheral. Okay, so we know where that one is. Visual input scanner, audio input scanner, local Debbie King mechanism, relocatable memory mapping software. Okay, where's 13? 13, oh, is, okay, what he's holding. 14, HLT, halt instruction. 15, system maintenance package. 16, competing access lockout feature. 17, nomadic road interfaces. Ooh, that might be the least on the, whoa, hold on. 19, shift, there's a ski on the front of his bike. How does that work? Because you can't have a ski on the back wheel. What? Anyway, executing channel program, 20, the 21, sectored disk drive, what? 21, it's the spokes. 22, transmission links. 23, unallocated stowage. 24, machine environment. And yeah, that is it. So there is the bike. Let's see. That is his middle name. Seriously? Wow. That is hilarious. That feels like something someone would joke about. Yeah, the snowmobile hybrid thing, I really don't understand. That's very strange. I've never seen a ski on a bike. Like, I assume there's got to be, like, nails poking out of the tires or paddles or something, because I don't know how that would work. That is really weird. But yeah, all right, that was worth a look. Thank you for that, Gem, and I hope you're still here. That took a while for me to get to. But yeah. Front wheel's not driven, so it should work just fine. Yeah, but the rotation of the front wheel is part of the stabilizing factor of a bicycle. So it'll actually be harder to ride because you won't have stabilization up front. So it's very strange. This deserves a Twitter post. I don't know. Maybe I'll take a picture, but I don't know if I'll post it right now because I'm about to end the stream, I think. You know, this might be an interesting picture to just test out, because this will allow me to get an idea of the DPI for a JPEG from my phone and see how well OCR software works with that. Oh, there's a couple of things. What were the other things I was going to talk about? The OCR software. So I was recommended a couple of different things on Linux for OCR. I don't know if I talked about this. They all use Tesseract, basically. So all the OCR solutions for Linux are almost identical. I think I may have covered this already. There's something else though. What was it? It's not the grease weasel. I know that wasn't it. I'm not sure. Oh well, it'll come back to me eventually. I looked into using SimH for emulating S100 stuff. I'll come back here. And that looks really weird, and it doesn't seem to emulate CompuPro. It definitely emulates Altair, which is probably equivalent to the IMSI, so that might work. I don't know how it's going to handle like double-sided disks, and it's really weird in general, like just operating SimH. I'm going to have to learn that more, because it's like a multiple machine emulator for a bunch of vintage stuff, and then it actually has like separate executables. So like I installed SimH on my laptop, and now there's a ton of different commands that have been added for different things like Novas and Dex and Altair, and just, so yeah, I'm gonna have to sort through all that stuff. It's not like you run SimH and then there's a GUI that's like, oh, pick your machine. It's a bunch of command line stuff, so it's very different. So yeah, but I want to try and do that because I really wanted to, before I make this video, demonstrate like ripping an operating system disk and then booting it, but I'm not sure how that's gonna work, so I have to look into that some more. So yeah, see, literally every field in Iowa is less country than this. Let's see. I think we're kind of at a point here where we've been doing this for long enough that starting anything else would be a little bit too much. We've gotten 3 hours out of this now, so I'm feeling pretty good about that. I think we've covered a lot of good ground here. The next couple of streams, I haven't totally decided on what I want to do, but I think I want to get heavy into archiving. So, let's see, Vice emulator lets you boot VM with real hardware. The Vice is for like Commodore stuff though, isn't it? That won't help me with S100. So you boot VM with real hardware. Yeah, the thing about the S100 stuff, yeah, the thing about the S100 stuff is that there isn't a single configuration that can be relied upon. Like with an IBM PC, you could definitely say 64K, 8088, and an MDA card is a base minimum. Like that is the minimum for an IBM PC. But with an S100, you could maybe say, you know, an 8080 and 4K of static RAM. But then how do you interface with it? It could have a serial card, and it could be designed to run CPM, because that's one way you could go. Or it could be just brutal front panel flip switch only. But no one wants to run an emulator to do that. That sounds masochistic. So it's difficult, but yeah. I'm glad you appreciated the stream, Linux Mint. See, S100 is a computer system. It's a bus, but whatever they there can be very different. Yeah, exactly. That is the thing. So yeah, that's where it gets complicated. They also targeting Altair instead of S100 means that I bet it's more suited towards Altair software, but I don't know, because that's the thing, is not having it be an S100 emulator saying like, oh, this card is in this slot and then you can do this. It's weird. Well, Gemman, that's kind of why I would like it to be an S100 emulator. It's like you wouldn't have a PCI emulator, but you could put different CPUs in the S100 bus. So you would need to know which CPU it is. And I think that SimH has 8086, 8080, and Z80 options for the S100 emulator that it has, or Altair emulator, however you want to think about it. There's definitely no way Altair ever sold one with a Z80, so it's like that's not the configuration that it had. So it should really be called an S100 emulator, not an Altair emulator, because an Altair is just a box that's lights and switches on the front. Then you have the compute card and the RAM cards and all that stuff. So it's difficult to quantify this stuff. Let's see, MSX equals standard Z80 platform. Yeah, well, I'm not, maybe it was a later standardized Z80 platform, but I would say something like the TRS-80 or, what was the other stuff? There were older standardized, I don't know if you can run CPM on an MSX. I don't have one. I've never looked into it. They're more cartridge-based as far as I'm aware. Maybe cassette, too. They're kind of like a cheaper computer. This stuff is all like big iron almost. Well, it's like little iron, maybe. But it's a whole other thing getting into the this era of computers. So, see, SimH is also undergoing an internal developer war with the maintainer taking it closed source-ish over a dispute. Yeah, I've heard that. It's something to do with the disk image formats. He wants to add metadata to them, which I agree is very dumb. There should be a sidecar file if you want to include stuff like that. So, I don't know. It's kind of weird. Or create your own image file format, but you don't just like try to extend a different one. Have a reason to do that. So, yeah. But I think that's it. Yeah, I can't really get started on anything else today. Have a nice, simple stream here. Well, it wasn't really simple. We had to restart 3 times and rebuild a computer and the streaming setup entirely from the ground up. It's nice that I was able to get the laptop working for streaming because I haven't done that yet, and I'm just going to leave it kind of how it is. Normally, like I mentioned, I bring the, you have a Spectra Video 328 MSX. I'm not familiar with it, but cool. Normally, I bring the SSD with all the stream profiles and stuff on there. Up to stream, fun to see. Kinda, didn't work quite as well as I thought. But anyway, I keep the stream resources on the SSD, so it's kind of nice to have a backup on the laptop. And then the laptop, if I can get one of those stupid GoPros working with it over USB, I can leave a GoPro in my laptop bag, and I could have a portable 2-camera streaming setup, which could be interesting. I don't know what I'd do with that, but it would be something. But it would be very limited. So I would have to like really need to do that for some reason. Like maybe I was at an event or something. I don't know. But yeah, nice to test that out and get it set up. See, regardless, I'm going to take my code and your code and go home is pretty immature. Absolutely. It definitely is. When you release software into the open source, and this is part of why when I release open source software, I do it is with the MIT license. Because I feel like if you try and add anything else into it, attribution, you know, non-commercial, any of that stuff, you're just making it more complicated. Like either just make it as close to public domain as you can, or I don't want to say or don't, but it's just you really are closing some doors and you make it difficult. And when people also try and like, you know, change it back to closed source after that stuff over disagreements, it becomes very frustrating. And that once it's out there, you just need to consider it community software and other people can work on it. You need to learn to let go. That's part of why I don't like the attribution clause. You just have to learn to let go. So, yeah. Let's see, I can see both sides of that potentially, since CPM disks aren't necessarily interoperable between, I don't believe they are. And that's one thing. Like, from what I've seen online, there were different versions of CPM for so many different things. Like, where'd I put that box of discs at? I think I said it. Oh, it's on the table way over there. I wanted to look at those digital research discs again because none of those are CPM. It seems like you bought CPM from your distributor of the hardware and then you could get CPM software. I don't know, it's weird. Again, I gotta look up all this stuff. There's a lot to get into in research, let alone actual stuff. So, yeah. Let's see. I think that's it. So, should probably end this so I can get to some other work today. See what I can get done before I head out of here. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this stream. This was a different one, kind of meandering, because I wanted to come in here, get that capture card added, and it really was so awesome. Wow. It immediately made an improvement with just being able to plug in the hardware, set it, boom. The idea of changing video capture devices live like that has been something that would just petrify me, completely end the stream. Like, there's been multiple times here where the GoPro has just frozen on video, and then I just don't have that camera, and I'd have to use the Blackmagic, the Nikon, on my tripod to do some stuff, because those USB adapters, these things are so unreliable, it turns out, that they just didn't work. And then if I unplugged them, plug them back in, they'd be given a different USB ID, or that USB ID would be dead to OBS, and it's like a whole thing. So this just works. That's it. It just works. It's weird that the non-open source solution is the one that's so much better. And I really hope that Blackmagic never rolls their driver into VL4 because I really don't want that, which is, again, so weird to say, but the way they do it is so much better than the way Linux normally does it. I want to just keep going like this. So yeah, massively appreciate the card and how much better it's going to make everything. I'm actually really curious to go home and look at the footage from this now, see how much better it looks. When we get the Threadripper and the 1080 Ti set up in the system, I'm hoping I can up the bit rate of what I'm recording, because as I've tried to record this, I find that anything over 6 megabits per second per each camera source causes the computer to just crash. Actually OBS will just shut down. So I'm hoping that as we continue here, we'll be able to increase the recording quality, increase what we've already increased the camera quality now. We'll replace this with the Blackmagic this month, so that'll be really exciting. It's also nice that we're, what, 4 years into the Pocket 4K. Wow, that means I've been using that camera for 4 years. Whoa! It's got a lot of miles on it. Wow. Anyway, it'll be nice having being so late into that, because we will just be able to get one. It was really difficult to get one of those for about a year, so that's a thing. But yeah, that is it for now. Made some, see, now you can do 3 camera technique pioneered by Desi Armaz. I'm not familiar with that. But yeah, it's all been looking really good. So let's run the outro. Oh, it went straight to the printer. I didn't want that. Okay. Thank you all for being here. This was a great stream. I'm really happy with the results. Looking forward to much higher quality streams that are much more consistent and predictable now, it's going to be better in all the ways. This is just so much better. So I really appreciate that. If you want to support the channel, or no, if you enjoyed this, you can either subscribe on YouTube or come find me and follow on Twitch. And if you want to support the channel, you can either come over to Twitch and do a sub, which you can do for free with Amazon Prime, or find me on Patreon. But for now, that's it, and I will see you next time. And I just remembered I did not update the printout for all of May on here, and it is now June. I'm so bad at that. Mic input is locked for some reason. I usually slowly reduce the volume, but it won't let me. So I guess I'm just gonna mute it.